and Kwaku Obey AJ, who also be holding fort in the Greater Accra region for you. So, I'll be speaking to some of other officials who will be telling us more about this regional coordinating council being put together in Damongo in the Savannah region. So, let me speak to the consultant who actually is in charge of this project to tell us more about this project, how it came about, when is it expected to be completed, when actually the regional coordinating council can take full possession of this project. Thank you, sir, for joining us this morning.
Thank you, my brother.
Okay, so what's your name and what is your designation, sir?
My name is Architect Agyapong, Managing Director, Architectural Engineering Services Limited. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, thank you. So you are in charge of this contract?
Yes.
Okay, so now tell us, what does this contract mean to you and what are some of the composites of this contract?
Okay, the contract is divided into two phases. Phase 1 is the Regional Coordinating Council Administration Block. That is 78 unit office complex for the Regional Coordinating Council. Aside that, we have decentralized department, 4-number decentralized departments located across the length and breadth of the region. It is only one decentralized department that is located in Damongo. We have one in Boli, we have one in Salaga, we have one in the other areas. Yes, so we have 4 in number. And the coordinating council was provided with 3-number bungalows. Each bungalow is 3-bedroom executive bungalow with 2-bedroom outhouse. And the decentralized departments are provided with 2-number bungalows for the director and then his deputy.
So before we get to other peripherals of this whole contract, let's look at the Regional Coordinating Council. When was it started and when is it expected to be commissioned?
Yeah, it was started in early part of 2020. Yeah, and it was scheduled to be completed in 1 calendar month. Oh, sorry, 1 calendar year. But because of COVID and other related issues, we have to postpone the completion period. We extended it to June 2022, but we couldn't do that. So we further extended it to October 2022. So October 2022 is the final deadline for completion of phase 1 projects.
Okay. So now I've seen a lot of architectural designs indicating the scope of work of this whole thing. Now, can you also tell us, we see the front view, this is the Regional Coordinating Council.
The Regional Coordinating Council.
Okay, and it's about 96% complete.
96 complete. What we have, what is left now is the fixing of few windows and then installation of some few items, and we are good to go. Yes.
So, and this one too is erection and completion of senior staff bungalows block for Savannah Regional Coordinating Council.
Yes, this one the contractor was not performing, so we've terminated it. It has been re-awarded. Yes. He couldn't perform, so we terminated it and it has been re-awarded.
So if you say he was not performing, what actually was he delaying?
Yes, delaying. Sometimes you come, he's not at the site, we issue with warning letter, we ask you to report to the site and start the work. If you don't heed to our advice, first warning, second warning, and then we have to walk you out of the project.
Okay, so now 57% so far. When is this new contractor expected to complete this one?
In 2 calendar months. 2 calendar months. That is September, October. By 30th October, it should be done.
So it means that it will be commissioned hand in hand with the Regional Coordinating Council. Is it possible from 57% to be able to complete it?
It's more than possible. What is left is tiling and then fixtures. Once you are done with the concrete and block work, the rest is very easy. Yes.
And this one too is the erection and completion of 2-story administration block for Ghana Education Service. But before that, let me tell our viewers and listeners that we are here at Damongo. This is where the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, will be inspecting progress of work for the completion of Savannah Regional Coordinating Council. How far work has gone, and the President will be taking through a tour to look at the various departments in this RCC office. So This one to like it's 98% complete.
So this one is completed and handed over in the interim.
Oh, okay, okay.
As you speak, the officers are in working.
Okay, so now it's how to the Ghana Education Service.
That is Ghana Education Service. Yes, in Damongo.
In Damongo.
That's the regional office.
Okay.
Yes.
And we have this one too, erection and completion of senior staff bungalows.
Bungalows for the regional director and then his deputy. So they have 2 number bungalows, and each bungalow, like I said, has boys' quarters attached.
So this will also be situated at Damongo.
It's in Damongo.
And I've seen this one.
Is not picture, it is built. This is the actual. Yes, it is done. It is over here. If you like, you can go there and you see it for yourself. No, this one is done. Yes, this is a building in Damongo as we speak.
Just a few touches away, and
no, it's only frontage. And this picture was taken about 2 months ago. That is why we are seeing it. Now the road is in excellent condition.
So it means that it's habitable now.
The regional director and his deputy are living in now.
Okay.
They've been there for about 2 months.
Wow, you guys are actually doing a marvelous work. And this one is erection of and completion of 2-story for Ministry of Food and Agriculture in Bali.
Yes, and this is another non-performing contractor. So we've terminated the project, and as we speak, contractor will move to site early next week.
This one, you've terminated the contract?
Terminated it.
When is the next contractor expected to?
The next contractor has done the recce tour of the site and is supposed to mobilize and move in at any point in time.
What's the deadline for completion?
2 months. Yes,
60%. Okay.
They are office, yes.
Okay. So
the bungalows, attached to the agric offices. That one too is done. So yes. So these are the bungalows attached to the agric of yes. Number.
And this one too is a feeder.
Yeah, feeder rows.
It's a feeder row.
Yes. Feeder rows at Salaga. Yes. This one, the bungalows too, almost complete, and then 70%. No, this one is 70%, but the bungalows are done.
The bungalows are done.
Yeah, we are done with the bungalows.
And this one is situated at Salaga.
Salaga, yes.
All in the Savannah region.
All in the Savannah region.
And I'm seeing another one at Daboya. I think this one, the occupiers might be in now.
Yes, that one is I think
Ghana Health Service.
Ministry of Health, Ghana Health Service. So as we speak, they are living in there. Yes, they are living in there.
So thank you very much. So just in your short is the arrival of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who in no time will be taking around the newly constructed Regional Coordinating Council of Savannah Region. The President just arrived, and in no time, the President will be taking a tour in the building. So we're just taking you through some of the components that will be found in this region. Like we said, you see this one too is erection and completion of story administration block for Ghana Health Service. It's about 79% complete. This is 79% complete. So it means that in no time, those who have to occupy this office will be moving in very soon. And this one too is erection and completion of senior staff bungalows for Ministry of Food and Agriculture. Don't forget, I've already shown you an edifice for the ministry. So this is a bungalow for each officers who will be working in that office. So we'll be moving in one after the other to show you some of the other projects that is being done here. In no time, let me also engage a local journalist in Savannah region who actually has been of great help to us since we arrived in this region. He has been giving us a lot about the concerns and some of the projects the government under His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has been able to achieve so far. So also in your shot you can see the President taking around some of the projects. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Okay. Thank you. So now tell us, what have been some of the things the government, since putting this region into a full-fledged region, been able to do for the people of Savannah?
Well, the government has done a lot in terms of development, and the history of the Savannah region is enormous, pre and post. The creation of the Savannah region has fulfilled the long-term dream of the people of the Savannah region. I mean, the people of Gunjaland. And so the Savannah region has brought about a lot of development. And so what we are currently witnessing now is one of the attendant development programs that have arrived in the Savannah region since its creation. And the Savannah region we know was created in the year 2019. That was February 12, 2019. Constitutional Instrument 115 was issued by the President at the Cluster House, well attended by the people of the Savannah region, including the King and Overlord of the people of the Gonja Kingdom, I mean the King Jegbewura Tutuma Borsat the first, and other powerful Gonjaland chiefs were there in Accra to actually witness this creation of the Savannah region. And so the Savannah region was created somewhere in 2019, February 12, 2019, and as we speak, I understand this president has already inspected some other projects. I mean, the regional education directorate here in Damango, and he's here again to have another inspection in respect to this particular structure we are seeing here. And so the creation of the Savannah region has brought about a lot of infrastructure development.
So now tell us, with the arrival of the president, what does it mean to the people of Savannah now having a full-fledged region?
I understand this is the 8th time the president has been to the region, if my memory serves me right, and the people of the Savannah region are well happy about the decision of the president to always extend his visits to this particular area of the country.
As a new region, what has been some of the expectations in terms of developmental projects of the people of Savannah?
Well, because it is a new region, we shouldn't expect much. It will take time. We never anticipated that a day like this will come. But here we are with a new region, and I am sure that with time a lot of regions will come. But the people of the region are very expectant of the president, because it took a lot of political will to actually birth this particular Savannah region. And we believe that with time a lot of development projects will come to the Savannah region.
Okay, so we know one of the key job in this area has been farming and other government activities. What other business do we have in the Savannah region that will need the attention of government and possibly the private sector?
Well, the issue of farming, we know particularly Damango is known for the production and processing of gari. And so I believe, and currently as we speak, there is a gari factory which is under construction. And I'm very sure, apart from the farming particularly, one major thing the people of the Savannah region, for that matter the people of Damango, are majorly into is the trading and the production of other sector, or other the sector of in the sector of agriculture. They are into farming of farm produce and the rearing of animals. And so when the president extends his developmental periphery to that area to particular, I'm sure it will inure to the benefit of the people of the Savannah region.
Okay, I'll still come back to you. Please wait for me. You can see in your shot President Nana-Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo taking through the architectural designs of the Regional Coordinating Council and also other buildings in the region to be able to make it a full-fledged region. I'm here with the Municipal Chief Executive. Your district is
West Gonja,
Damango West. It's municipality.
Municipality, yes, please.
Okay, so it means that this edifice sits directly in your municipality.
Municipality, exactly.
What does it mean to you?
This is a very big achievement. As the creation of the other 6 regions that have been created, Damango has not been left out. This is what we are getting this edifice, though it's not yet complete. President is here to inspect the level of the project. That's why he's here today.
So aside the president official visit to inspect progress of works of the Regional Coordinating Council and other buildings in your municipality, from your end, since you're appointed to office, what have been some of the developmental projects to be able to bring to your people in your municipality?
Yes, a lot of developmental project has been taking place here. As you have seen this edifice, we also have the regional health insurance, which is also completed. We have the regional education office, which is also that's under GES, which is also completed. We have our municipal court, judiciary, which is also completed. So he's here to inspect all these things in Damango.
Aside from it, we hear that one major business that is booming well in your municipality or Savannah region as a whole is the gari processing. how serious are you paying attention to it to make it a large commercial production?
Wow, we have gotten a very nice edifice for the garden processing. When you get there, there is a lot of machines that you can see over there, which currently, if you pass over there, they are connecting lights to that place, which has been completed, yet waiting for the commission. So we just left for the lights to finish. As I know, if you just go there currently, you can see the poles and other things being planted over there to tap lights to the place for this garden process to take place.
Is it going to be a commercial production?
Yes, it's going to be a very big commercial production in the municipality.
And on average, how many tons of gari are you expecting per day, per week, per month, or annual?
Actually, this has not been yet been designed for all of our, but it is a very big project that has been put in place for this Damango.
Under your leadership, what should the people of West Gonja expect from you as their MC?
Yes, thank you so much. Damango, I'm a native of Damango, born and bred, with my left and right, which we are expecting a lot. But at the moment, I can tell you that there's a lot of project that is ongoing under this government when I've been appointed. If you go down there, alongside of the police barracks, you can see another beautiful edifice for Tibet. That is the vocational school, which is ongoing. If you go to the down there, when you come to the our police, the barracks has also been completed for the municipality, so that as the region has been established, so that the municipal can get their land for their own operation, and the region can also stand on its own, which is also ongoing within Damango. If you go to one of our community, about 2 cheap compounds. If you go to one we call Kedendilempa, that is ongoing cheap compound over there, which is about 8 or 9 kilometers away from Busunu Township to the roadside, which they are getting this edifice, which is ongoing.
Since you assumed office, what has been one of the challenge confronting you in addressing the needs of your people, and how are you also approaching this challenge?
Damango, as we all know, Damango, our main challenge is our water problem, and God willing, this September coming, everything is going to start kicking in Damango. That's the major problem in Damango, which has already been done.
Okay, thank you very much. So I've been speaking to the Municipal Chief Executive of West Gonja, who has been with me throughout since the President arrived here. So in no time I'll also be engaging other officers to also tell us more about the President visit and what they're also expecting after the President leaves Damango and Savannah region as a whole. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
How are you?
Fine, thank you, dear.
You are wearing a lot of smart this morning.
Yes, because of where the project has gotten to. It has been a project of idea to the region, of administration, as far as Savannah Regional Coordinating Council is concerned. And this project, as we have seen that we have gotten almost 96%, we are sure of moving into the structure so that we will get a place to work.
If I know you, let my viewers who are watching over 8 TV stations across the length and breadth of this country, listening to you live on the numerous radio stations, know you. What is your full name and designation?
My name is Samuel Kufulabi, Regional Budget Analyst of Savannah Regional Coordinating Council.
Our budget has been sorted, so it means that the people of this region are going to benefit a lot under you.
Yes, please, because you plan, you budget, and then you execute it, and then you make sure that the government policies are implemented fully.
As a budget officer, are you surprised at the state of development in Savannah region?
Not really, but it's doing well. Government is doing well, because if you look at the individual project that is ongoing across the region, the government is really doing well, and it is helping the people effectively for them to work well.
As a full-fledged region, what thing will you say that government or the regional minister, that mean the RCC, should focus more to be the priority of the people?
On road, okay, on rules. The region needs rules, a lot of rules, projects in terms of rules, so that goods can be conveyed to the market centers to enhance economic development.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, so I've been engaging some other officials. So in no time I'll be speaking to the Minister for Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, Honorable Dan Kwaku Boche, to tell us more, because this one sits directly in his ministry. So Honorable Danko Kuboche will soon be joining us to speak to us and tell Ghanaians who are watching us all over this country, what does the ministry make of this edifice? It's a very nice edifice, and it looks as if the information that we are getting is that it cut across all the newly created regions that was enacted under President Addo Danko akufo-addo. So in order we're getting Honorable Dan Kwaku Boche to also speak to us because this one sit directly under his ministry. So Kwaku, so like you see, this is the building. This is the Regional Coordinating Council that President Nana Addo Danko akufo-addo in no time inspected, and progress of work is about 96% complete, and we are told that in the next 2 months it will be completed finally for the president to also commission it. We have with me Honorable Daniel Kwaku Boche, Minister for Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development. General is what we call him. General Boko.
Boko.
Thank you. Sir, building sit in English. This building sit directly under your ministry. As a minister for such a ministry, what do you make of this edifice, which is about 96% complete?
Yes, thank you very much. You all know 2017, a response to the petition and aspiration of the people, chiefs and people in sections of the country. They asked for a new region. And then some of them have asked for about 40 years, 30 years, 50 years. And it's something that was very dear to them. Mr. President responded positively to this, went through the constitutional provisions, and then finally, as we all know, a referendum was held and new regions were created. In 2019, they were given their instrument and the regions were created. And Mr. President promised that there should be immediate to short-term to long-term planning for the new regions. You have a new baby, certainly you have to take care of the new baby. So he said that we should have this infrastructure for the foundation infrastructure. So you see that in all the 6 new regions, last year we commissioned one for Session also. Same design by AESL, gave it to contractors. Last month, Mr. President commissioned the one at Nararugu Northeast. And you have seen the Regional Coordinating Council building, and then other directorates. We have Education Directorate, we have Health Directorate, we have Agric Directorate, and we have the Roads Ministry, the Roads and Highways Directorate.
So this office is housing all these agencies.
So this is housing the Regional Coordinating.
Oh, okay.
The one, as you can see in what we showed the President and what you saw on the road there, is for education. The Bole has Agric Directorate, Daboya has Health Directorate, and Salaga has the Roads Directorate. And all these go with bungalows for the start. Then you can see a 3-story police regional command, plus another 12 unit accommodation flats for the regional police command. So these are just the foundation projects. And then we are now going to have the residency, the land use and special planning authority are going to also demarcate the whole area. So you see, this becomes like a whole new capital city. And that's the concept Mr. President wants to have for the new regions.
We will continue, but immediately we saw this thing, Ebimuka said Damboche is giving us a new facelift in our RCC.
On behalf of the President, this is purely directed from Mr. President that we want the new regions to feel that they are not just creative. Somebody said, no, the President has created new regions and they are not providing infrastructure. So they should come and see. That's why we said that you media should go around. We didn't want to show you just the architecture design, but you have gone around and you have seen it yourself. And you can see that very soon all this will be commissioned. The police will have this, and all other government directors and agencies, we have earmarked place for them, well demarcated, that they can also put up their own. We have the Health Insurance Directorate have also finished their project. You saw it by the roadside, and other agencies are also going to put up. So this whole area, I think the chief gave us over 200 acres. Wow. Yes, for development. Other private people who come here will have no problem with land, because the whole idea is to grow the new regions, and that's the whole idea of deepening governance. What they wanted to achieve is this: let government be closer to the people, let the people be closer to government. That was the first thing. Second one is to get accelerated development. You know where we are standing now? Hitherto, they will have gone as far as Chereponi as part of their region, the northern region.
Chereponi is part of the Savannah,
as part of the
northern region. Okay.
Yes, and then as far as Salaga is part of the former northern region, and you have to stretch out to Bole, to Sola, as all part. But now we have Savannah region. that is contested. But even still, go back and look at the new Ghana map. Savannah still remains a very big region. But apart from achieving infrastructure development, the fiscal ones, the other one is that deepening representation. For example, by the constitution, each region presents 5 chiefs to the National House of Chiefs. So 3-4 years ago, the whole Northern region present 5 chiefs. Now, Savannah will send 5 chiefs to the National House of Chiefs. They have sent 5 chiefs to the National House of Chiefs. Northern region, 5 chiefs. Northeast, 5 chiefs. So the same land space, which before 2018 had 5 chiefs, now they have 15 chiefs representing them. The same thing applies to Council of State. Each region elects a rep to the Council of State. So the same land space, now they have 30 people representing them. So we are deepening representation, and we are making government closer to them. Then come to the other state agencies. Regional Director of Roads is here, Regional Director of Health is here, Regional Director of Agric is here. So each of these regions are going to have the same government infrastructure, government agencies, and to me that will be better monitoring, better supervision. There will be, a higher sense of having value for money, because people will get to know what exactly is happening, instead of one person sitting in Tamale and headed to pretending that he's supervising all these areas. So that is the essence of it. And you can talk to the people in town that we are satisfied with the deep aspirations of the ancestors. Okay. Fought for this so many years ago. People came, presidents came, some of them here from here. They couldn't have the courage to do it. It took the executive courage exhibited by Nana akufo-addo, the president, to get this done for them.
We will come to how difficult it was establishing some of these new regions. But we know that since assuming office in January 7, 2017, one thing that has been on the chest of the president has been deepening our local governance. So the president, through you as a minister, have done a lot, which a lot of Ghanaians have appreciated you. Tell us, what is the state of our local governance as a country?
Well, the state of local governance is good. You know, chapter 20 of our constitution talk about decentralization local governance. So that's why it's for nothing. There's something in the name. It's not for nothing that Mr. President changed the name of the ministry. Hitherto local government rural development, but now it says local government decentralization and rural development, so that we keep the agenda of decentralization very clearly. It's important that the assemblies, as they are, the processes that they go through, so that in the ministry, for example, we have an assessment that we do. Are they meeting regularly as they should? As Local Governance Act 936 says, are they meeting regularly as they should? Before you go for a meeting, it's in the act. An assembly member, you understand? It's the structures are there, but it's the functionability, functioning of the to make sure that we deepen the process of the assembly concept. Before an assembly member goes for an assembly meeting, he should have contacted all stakeholders. That I'm going to the next assembly meeting in 2 weeks' time. When I go, I want to pick their brains. What do I go and say?
That is, you are talking about those in his electoral areas.
Exactly. And when he closes from the assembly meeting, he should also report back to them. Because government getting closer to the people is not only the president or the ministers. That's why you talk of local deepening decentralization, local government. That is what it is. When they are having a budget process. So now, from the ministry, we are insisting. We have created a dashboard where all those steps that should be taken, all those steps that they should do to deepen decentralization, they report to us monthly. As soon as you do it, you enter on the computer dashboard, and we sit in our office and we monitor it. That has been put in place since 2021. So now we have that dashboard functioning. How many chiefs have you met in a month, in the first quarter? You have to do it, give us the full address of the people you met. Then we see whether you are deepening decentralization. Then other state agencies within the assembly. It is part of the Local Governance Act 1996 that they take care of all agencies, even including civil society organizations. You cannot just go into a district and start doing something without consulting the assembly. So you see, the laws are there. We have a very rich document, the Local Governance Act 936, that contains all that we have to do. Take something about building. There are 27 clauses that govern building.
From foundation level to lintel.
Exactly. You cannot just even, if you have your own building structure like this, and you want to extend just one small room, you cannot do it without going to the assembly for permission. So it's a question of enforcing existing laws.
What is the difficulty?
Well, it's enforcing the existing laws, and we keep making sure that it's done. Better supervision. For example, Mr. President cabinet has agreed that land use and spatial planning authority (LUSPA) should now come under local government. It used to be under environment, so it's now under local government. So this question of that, oh, I went here and they gave us a different drawing, and I went to other place and it will stop. And in the next 2 weeks, we are going to hold special stakeholder meetings and let people understand what it means. We have no problem with ownership of land, for example. No. But we are saying that you can own this forest, we have no problem. You can own this land, we have no problem. But when it comes to developing it, you have to go through the necessary process and get the necessary permit.
Will this new arrangement be able to curb this land guard issue that is scattering over the country, especially in the capitals?
Partly so. As I said, we are not interested in ownership. Because as you see this land here, nobody will come and fight here. Sure. Even if there are people claiming to own it. But it's when you begin to develop. And I'm saying that even before you develop, we have to agree that, look, this place has been earmarked for a hospital. This is for a public park. This is for this area. You cannot do it. And we are going to ensure that through this transparent process that we have deployed, nobody hides in any corner and does something without the knowledge of the regional coordinating council, for that matter, the ministry. And for me, it is enforcing existing laws, and we are determined to do it.
How do we do this enforcement? Since time immemorial, it has been something on our challenging board that we have fantastic laws, we have fantastic rules and regulations governing everything that we do in this country, but all boils down to enforcement. What shows that under the able leadership of Honorable Daniel Kwakubotwe, aka the General, we can actually enforce this.
You said it. We have all been to school. We are living in societies. We have existing laws. Chiefs come. We go to secondary school. Things happen. You have a senior headmaster. He comes there. Hey, you can't go to town of that area. Dining hall, Lysol. So it depends on the preparedness of leadership to enforce it. And I can assure you, you can check it in the system, that district chief executives are going to be held personally responsible for any lapses, and they are aware of that. There are clear rules of engagement at the district level between the works department, planning department, are also well spelled out. We have had seminar, we had event. I don't believe in playing to the gallery, but we have had meetings with them. We started in Greater Accra, and we are going to have that refresher meetings with all of them, and also do public sensitization. We are going to get the media on the right, so that you know it. That before I put up this building, this is what I should do. Let's assume that people don't even know, so we'll do that. People don't even know that when you apply for a permit and you pay the processing fee or application, it doesn't mean that you have a permit. You have to wait till you get the permit before you can even start the foundation, and it's going to be enforced.
Now, there's something creeping into our building system. People deliberately even start writing stop work to deter other officers who have to take action on a certain building that's not situated well. How are you also dealing with it?
I have no problem with that. The district chief executive will be held responsible.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's it. It's for him to enforce. You can't call yourself, I'm the president rep, I'm the representative of the central government, and get his best up on that. You know, we are not going to go down and deal with head of waste. We are going to deal with the executive executive.
Before I wrap up with you, there's one thing on your table currently I know that you'll be working on. Making sure that MMDCs are elected. Is this still something that you are considering?
No. You know, it was part of our manifesto 2016 for the elections 2016. And through to it, Mr. President started the process. But Mr. President was so convinced that the first time we are going to have a referendum to deal with our constitution, there should be some national consensus. We believe in electing MMDCs on partisan lines. We're clear in our constitution on that. Others still believe in election of MMDs, but not on partisan lines. We thought there was a consensus. And in the last meet, our major political partners, then you see, they start developing cool things. We had majority, you know that. 2017, 2020, we had 169. We could have pushed it through if we wanted to. But that is not the style of Mr. President. He felt that, look, let's hold. Let's have a consensus on that. And we are still building on that. That do we still want us to have election of MMDCs on partisan basis? Because you can have a slow architecture, but we elect the president on partisan lines. We elect members of parliament on partisan lines. Then when it comes to this We said, no, we believe that is the foundation of the political architecture where people start learning. Let people start learning from the assembly level what it means to go for elections, what it means to go for another mandate after 4 years. And other countries in Africa are voting on partisan lines at the electoral area. Why can't we also do it?
You need to deliberate on.
We live in deepening consensus.
All right, so you're welcome back to our studios here in Accra, and you've been watching that big interview with my colleague Akwasi-Nsia. He's been speaking to the Minister for Local Government Decentralization and Rural Development, Dan Botwe, about the state of local governance on the back of the inspection of the RCC in Damango. You saw that a while ago, President akufo-addo beginning his two-day working tour of the Savannah region, took turns to visit that facility, which we're told that is almost 96% complete. So in the coming weeks, the President may return to the town to commission that particular facility. You're watching our special coverage of the President's regional tours. The President has ended his two-day working tour of the Upper West region. He's now moved to the Savannah region, and we're bringing you all the updates that you need to know right here on this channel. A production by the Ministry of Information. My name is Kwaku Obienje. Shortly, we will be bringing you more on this tour because the President will also be commissioning the integrated recycling and compost plant in Damango. That ceremony will take place in some minutes to come, and we can actually take you there for the live feed for you to see preparations that have been put in place so far for that ceremony, the commissioning of the integrated recycling and compost plant in Damango. If we can take you there right now for you to see how the ceremony is shaping up and how authorities they are preparing to receive the President. So as you can see on the screen, the organizers or managers of the facility are indeed prepared and waiting to receive the President to commission that project. And we'll be bringing you all that you need to know, plus all the big interviews right here on this particular channel. Stay with us. You're watching the special coverage of the President's regional tours produced by the Ministry of Information. We have more coming up. Do stay.
official coverage of President Nana Addo Dankwa akufo-addo store in the Upper West region and Savannah region. The president has been touring the Upper West region for the past 2 days, and he landed in the Savannah region yesterday to begin another 2-day tour in this region. Let me remind you that this show is also live on GTV, Adum TV, TV3, Net2 TV, Wuntumi TV, Movement TV, Wazor TV, and then Assassin Radio. You can also watch us live on the Ministry of Information Facebook page. This is a live coverage of the tour of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa akufo-addo. The president this morning has paid a courtesy call on the chief in the Damango. After that, the president will be heading towards the Regional Coordinating Council to inspect progress of work. Since in no time, the Regional Coordinating Council will be having a new office to operate from, with about 17 departments operating from this same office. In note, I'll be speaking to some of the officials who matter in this regional office being built in Damango in the Savannah region. Also, the president from the RCC will also be moving to commission the ARICO project, which is supposed to help sieve a lot of compost for farmers in this region. So there's a lot to talk about in this regional tour of the President Nana Addo Dankwa akufo-addo. My name has been Akwesi Insi. I'm together with my other crew members, Wilberforce Asare and Kwaku Obey AJ, who also be holding fort in the greater Accra region for you. So in note, I'll be speaking to some of other officials who will be telling us more about this regional coordinating council being put together in Damongo in the Savannah region. So let me speak to the consultant who actually is in charge of this project to tell us more about this project, how it came about, when is it expected to be completed, when actually the regional coordinating council can take full possession of this project. Thank you, sir, for joining us this morning.
Thank you, my brother.
Okay, so what's your name and what is your designation, sir?
My name is Architect Agyapong, Managing Director, Architectural Engineering Services Limited. 8 years, sir.
Oh, okay, thank you. So you are in charge of this contract?
Yes.
Okay, so now tell us, what does this contract mean to you, and what are some of the composites of this contract?
Okay, the contract is divided into 2 phases. Phase 1 is the Regional Coordinating Council Administration Block. That is 78 unit office complex for the Regional Coordinating Council. Aside that, we have decentralized department, 4-number decentralized departments located across the length and breadth of the region. It is only one decentralized department that is located in Damango. We have one in Boli, we have one in Salaga, we have one in the other areas. Yes, so we have 4 in number. And the coordinating council was provided with 3-number bungalows. Each bungalow is 3-bedroom executive bungalow with 2-bedroom outhouse. And the decentralized departments are provided with 2-number bungalows for the director and then his deputy.
So before we get to other peripherals of this whole contract, let's look at the Regional Coordinating Council. When was it started, and when is it expected to be commissioned?
It was started in early part of 2020. Yes, and it was scheduled to be completed in 1 calendar month. Sorry, 1 calendar year. But because of COVID and other related issues, we have to postpone the completion period. We extended it to June 2022, but we couldn't do that. So we further extended it to October 2022. So October 2022 is the final deadline for completion of phase 1 projects.
Okay. So now I've seen a lot of architectural designs indicating the scope of work of this whole thing. Now, can you also tell us, we see the front view, this is the Regional Coordinating Council.
The Regional Coordinating Council.
Okay, and it's about 96% complete.
96 complete. What we have, what is left now is the fixing of few windows and then installation of some few items, and we are good to go. Yes.
So, and this one too is erection and completion of senior staff bungalows block for Savannah Regional Coordinating Council.
Okay. Yes, this one the contractor was not performing, so we've terminated it. It has been re-awarded.
Wow.
Yes. They couldn't perform, so we terminated it and it has been re-awarded.
So if you say he was not performing, what actually was he delaying?
Delaying. Sometimes you come, he's not at the site. We issue with warning letter. We ask you to report to the site and start the work. If you don't heed to our advice, first warning, second warning, and then we have to walk you out of the project.
Okay, so now 57% so far. When is this new contractor expected to complete this one?
In 2 calendar months. 2 calendar months. That is September, October. By 30th October, it should be done.
So it means that it will be commissioned hand in hand with the regional coordinating council. Is it possible from 57% to be able to complete it?
It's more than possible. What is left is tiling and then fixtures. Once you are done with the concrete and block work, the rest is very easy. Yes.
And this one too is the erection and completion of 2-story administration block for Ghana Education Service. But before that, let me tell our viewers and listeners that we are here at Da Mongo. This is where the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, will be inspecting progress of work for the completion of Savannah Regional Coordinating Council. How far work has gone, and the President will be taking through a tour to look at the various departments in this RCC office. So this one to it's 98% complete.
So this one is completed and handed over in the interim.
Oh, okay.
As you speak, the officers are in working.
Okay, so now it's housed the Ghana Education Service.
That is Ghana Education Service. Yes, in Damongo.
In Damongo.
That's the regional office.
Okay.
Yes.
And we have this one too, erection and completion of senior staff bungalows.
Bungalows for the regional director and then his deputy. So they have 2 number bungalows, and each bungalow, like I said, has boys' quarters attached.
So this will also be situated at Damongo.
It's in Damongo.
And I've seen this one.
Not picture, it is built. This is the actual. Yes, it is done. It is over here. If you like, you can go there and you see it for yourself. No, this one is done. Yes, this is a building in Damongo as we speak. No, it's only frontage, and this picture was taken about 2 months ago. That is why we are seeing it. Now the road is in excellent condition.
So it means that it's inhabitable now.
The regional director and his deputy are living in now.
Okay.
They have been there for about 2 months.
Wow, you guys are actually doing a marvelous work. And this one is erection of completion of 2-story for Ministry of Food and Agriculture in Bali.
Yes, and this is another non-performing contractor. So we've terminated the project, and as we speak, contractor will move to site early next week.
This one, you terminated the contract?
Terminated it.
When is the next contractor expected to?
The next contractor has done the recce tour of the site and is supposed to mobilize and move in at any point in time.
What's the deadline for completion?
2 months. Yes,
60%. Okay.
They are all fixtures.
Okay. So
the bungalows, attached to the agric offices. That one too is done. So yes. So these are the bungalows attached to the the agric office. Yes. 2 number.
And this one too is a feeder.
Yeah, feeder rows.
It's a feeder row.
Yes. Feeder rows at Salaga. Yeah. This one, the bungalows too, almost complete. And then, 70%. No, this one is 70%, but the bungalows are done.
The bungalows are done?
Yeah, we are done with the bungalows.
And this one is situated at Salaga?
Salaga, yes.
All in the Savannah region?
All in the Savannah region.
And I'm seeing another one at Daboya. I think this one, the occupiers might be in now.
Yes, that one is, I think,
Ghana Health Service.
Ministry of Health, Ghana Health Service. So as we speak, they are living in there. Yes, they are living in there.
So thank you very much. So just in your short is the arrival of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who in no time will be taking around the newly constructed Regional Coordinating Council of Savannah Region. The President just arrived, and in no time, President will be taking a tour in the building. So we're just taking you through some of the components that will be found in this region. Like we said, you see this one too is erection and completion of story administration block for Ghana Health Service. It's about 79% complete. This is 79% complete. So it means that in no time, those who have to occupy this office will be moving in very soon. And this one too is erection and completion of senior staff bungalows for Ministry of Food and Agriculture. Don't forget, I've already shown you an edifice for the ministry. So this is a bungalow for each officers who will be working in their office. So we'll be moving in one after the other to show you some of the other projects that is being done here. In no time, let me also engage a local journalist in Savannah region who actually has been of great help to us since we arrived in this region. He has been giving us a lot about the concerns and some of the projects the government under His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo has been able to achieve so far. So also in your shot, you can see the president being taken around some of the projects. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Okay, thank you. So now tell us, what have been some of the things the government, since putting this region into a full-fledged region, be able to do for the people of Savannah?
Well, the government has done a lot in terms of development, and the history of the Savannah region is enormous, pre and post. The creation of the Savannah region has fulfilled the long-term dream of the people of the Savannah region. I mean, the people of Gunjaland. And so the Savannah region has brought about a lot of development. And so what we are currently witnessing now is one of the attendant development programs that have arrived in the Savannah region since its creation. And the Savannah region window was created in the year 2019. That was February 12, 2019. Constitutional Instrument 115 was issued by the President at the Cluster House, well attended by the people of the Savannah region, including the King and Overlord of the people of
To our special coverage of the President's regional tours. As you may be aware, the President today began his two-day official tour of the Savannah region. And the President president has been engaged in several activities right from the beginning of today. He has taken part in media interviews. He's also inspected the RCC, which is the Regional Coordinating Council's new buildings or offices in Damongo. The president is scheduled to commission the integrated recycling and compost plant in Damongo, and in fact he has arrived at that ceremony. We can take you there live now for you to have a live view of what is happening right now in Damongo at that particular ceremony. Shortly we'll be joined by men on the ground who are bringing us all the updates as well as the interviews from that particular ceremony. Wilberforce Asare will join us shortly, but just to take you through what this project is about, the Integrated Recycling and Compost Plant Limited is an integrated waste processing and recycling company established to receive, sort, process and recycle municipal solid waste to produce organic compost for agronomic purposes in the country and in the sub-region. Other recoverable materials include plastics and metal scrap, which serve as input materials for the steel and plastic manufacturing sector. It has its penetration into all regions. It has a compost analysis, seedlings production, other forms of composting, metal recycling, refuse-derived fuel, as well as e-waste recycling. It is a premium compost made from recovered organic fractional of municipal solid waste with the full spectrum of plant nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and other micronutrients and trace minerals that are most of the time missing from synthetic or inorganic fertilizer. So that's a huge project which President akufo-addo is scheduled to commission shortly. He has arrived at that ceremony, and we will be taking you there live for the feed. Our man Wilberforce Asare will also be speaking to officials of this project, officials who are directly involved in this project, as well as stakeholders who are also working in partnership with managers of this project. Earlier you saw that big interview with the Minister for Local Government Decentralization and Rural Development, Dan Butche, with my colleague Akwesinsia on the state of local governance in the country. He also gave a brief on how the construction of the RCC administration offices in the various regions, the new regions that were created recently, how work in these regions are progressing, and we will play back that interview in minutes to come. But right now we're focusing on the big project right now where President akufo-addo is expected to commission, which is the integrated recycling and compost plant in Damongo. Wilberforce Asare is our man, and you can see him in the shot in his colorful blue polo shirt. Wilberforce, good to see you again. So take us through what has been happening at this project site even before the president does the commissioning.
All right, Kweku. So here in Damongo, at the composite plant that you're talking about, there's a very serious momentum of energy here amongst the people of Damongo, because it appears they have been looking forward to this project for a very long time. I can tell you that the President of the Republic, Nana Addo akufo-addo, in the company of small chiefs in this particular, and also the Member of Parliament for Damongo, Samuel Akujinafo, as the minister responsible for, are all here. This composite plant is a public-private partnership between the government of Ghana and the Integrated Recycling and Planting Limited. The project really is something doing across the country, and the target is to ensure that Ghana can recycle its waste that is generated. When these wastes are recycled, it is the objective of officials that it will help maintain a clean Ghana and also come up with products that are. So this composite site, which is situated in Damongo, is ready for commissioning, and as you can see in the background, very heavy equipment all over this place have been for purposes of this processing of waste into products that can be sold on both local and international markets. I'm going to be speaking to officials who are here in Garden at the Damongo composite plant, and they will be bringing us their perspectives on the project. We will find out from them when it started, the capacity of this project, where it is going to get its raw materials from, and when it processes all these recycled, is it intending to sell them nationally? We're going to ask all those questions. The MC join me, the officials from the record company will also join me so that we can put perspectives to this. When President Akufo-Addo addresses this gathering, we will bring his to listeners live. Let me just establish that we're coming to you live from Damongo. Damongo is capital city of the Savannah region. Arguably, the Savannah region is the biggest region in Ghana of land space. Recall that the Savannah was born out of the region, and so out of the dead, we got the northeast region, we got the northern region itself, and then the Savannah region. The Savannah region is of the people from the side of things here, northern region. The northern region is made up of the people, the Dagon people, and then the northeast region, known as the Mump. Essentially, is the extraction where the current vice president comes from. The minister of natural resources of Gunja, the former president of the Republic, John Dramani Mahama, is also from this region. So we're bringing you a live coverage of Akufo-Addo's composite plant here in Dagon. I should say in Damongo. Joined now by the MC for the West Gonja district, and it's me now. I want to get his name correctly. He is Karim Musa Kusabari. Yes. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. Yes.
And we are happy to be in your district, in your municipality. Yes, your municipality. So tell us, how has it been since you region created for you, the Savannah region, Damon becoming your thus far?
Thank you so much for this opportunity. Being a capital, it's a very big achievement, because among the destination include capital, it's a very big achievement. And being a capital alone, this one also brings a lot of transformation to the municipality as being a region. Because if you look at this place, the Agyapong, His Royal Majesty, is also settled at the capital of Damongo, at the Savannah region.
Indeed, and everything shows that there's a lot of energy here in this particular region from what I've seen since being here for the last 24 hours. But let's come home and talk about this particular facility we are seeing here. We do know that when it comes to management, it's one of the challenges in our country, and Damongo is not an exception. With this composite plant coming in, how is it going to influence waste management in your region?
Thank you so much. Being in the capital is an achievement. Being this project being cited at the is really to break not even the sanity of the place, but it's also another development. Because this facility that you are seeing, development. Because last week, when I visited them here, when they were doing the construction, it's about 52 people were here from Damongo and were here working. It's a lot of achievement and development that is going to bring to the municipality and Ghana.
Let's talk about the extent to which waste is an issue here in Damongo and beyond, in terms of the whole Savannah region. What's the situation with waste management?
The situation about management. So far as edifice is going to bring a lot of this thrown out. It's going to get leather component and other is going to be here. Our main throwing out a recycle in the municipality.
So, Kweku, we are speaking to the MCA of Damango, Karim, and he's bringing up briefings of this particular composite. Stay with me for now, and the impact that to have on the community, first of all, the Damango community, and essentially the entire Savannah region. Let me come back to you and to find out. President akufo-addo is visiting your region 2 days. He's starting today, continue tomorrow. Know that you have been to the earlier on he went to the Agyapong, and now he is at the opposite side. On the ceremony today, do you have any idea how many people are going to be employed in this facility as far as your region is concerned?
Actually, I can't give you the accurate figure that to bring employment into our people. But you can see that it's a very big facility. Less than 100 people to work at this. It's going to bring a lot of.
One of the important things for such compost plants is receiving of their raw materials that they need to be able to process them. Do you have any idea? And this question I would ask the people of the but I just want to find out from you if you have any idea of any plan within your municipality to ensure that you will be able to feed this facility with all the raw materials such as the rubber, the paper, the sachet water and all that. Is there any plan your outfit to get these raw materials being fed into this facility?
Actually, what you have asked is right, but this may be the management of the facility impact and the development that is going to bring within our. I know eventually that people will be employed automatically. They'll be employed into the facility, but by and large, the number and the capacity that it will bring, it may depend on the management of this facility. They can best tell us about the employment.
Let's talk about your municipality. What the that you said, you would say
water situation, which other people used to call us that Nchumunta. Nchumunta is going to be the thing of the past. God willing, by September, everything is going to start kicking by measures into the country. So the major problem in Damango is our water situation. I'm telling you that by September, this project is going to kick-start and going to be a thing of the past for this municipality.
What project is it that you are talking about, if you are minded?
That is about water project. That water project. So this is the only thing that is going to take place. That's the only major problem in Damango.
Right. So the head of Damango telling us that one of the major challenges they have here is water. This indicates a plan to deal with the water situation here in Damango. I know it's a little difficult hearing me, but I'll try to get you to hear me. But let's conversation on from situation. Is you becoming MCA of this particular bring us to speed some of the major projects that you have executed in this municipality.
Thank you so much. If you look at, I'm coming from the Ghana Health Service. I'm a health staff by profession before being appointed. If you look at the educational sector, one of the vocational schools, it is under construction now, which is to enhance a lot of vocational activities into it is ongoing. If you look at our health sector, 3 chief campuses have been built. Third one, the fourth one is ongoing. If you go to one village we call Udendilempa, it has been handed over, it has been started. If you go to another community we call Mwagunori, it's also ongoing, That one has completed, and we handed over to the Ghana Health Service. It is under operation. That is the educational sector and the health sector. These are if you look at our agri sector, that is which is also ongoing to support our farmers within the municipality. So if you look at our water situation, last year 10 boreholes have been constructed across under the leadership of our MP lawyer Abu Jinapor, and the municipality, the assembly, also contributed another 7 boreholes within the catchment area. If you go to Nabore, there is one. If you go to Mimpiasim, there is one. If you go to Bidendilimpa, there is one. If you go to Sumaila Kura, there is one. So this is to sort out the water situation, which people use in Sumunta to solve this problem. This is what is ongoing within the municipality to solve this situation and our educational sector and the health sector. This is what is ongoing.
Thank you very much, MC, for the Damango municipality. Thank you, Karim, for speaking with us. So you in your shots, equipment been mounted here at the. Say that again. Yes. So you are in your shot. You are watching visuals of the compost plants that are up here in Damango, which President of the Republic Nana Addo has come. As I speak, where President akufo-addo is seated, there are some traditional performances that are going on. It's part of the tradition of the people here in Damango to perform these activities whenever militaries no public Nana akufo-addo. And so those are the performances that are going on currently. In your see the architectural impression of this particular facility where we are. By another gentleman, and quickly I'll ask you to introduce yourself, your name and who you are.
My name is Musa Tindao, DCE Northeast Gonja District, Kalibi.
So we've been joined by the DC of Northeast Gonja District. All right, thank you very much for joining us. How is this? How is this compost plant, which has been built here in Damango, going to your people?
Actually, let me thank the Republic of Ghana and akufo-addo for this fantastic initiative. One of the promises that the government made, and these are real job creation, because this composite is not going to only process or recycle our compost, but it will also employ a lot of people, and that will help to mop up some of the excess unemployed youth that we have in the system. So for us, in fact, it's a dream come true and it's a promise fulfilled.
Indeed. All right. So the MC, the DC, I should say, is saying that this composite plant is going to create some jobs for people in his district and also in other districts here in the Savannah region. But let me ask you quickly, what are the urgent needs by projects that they require? Your colleague from West Gonja indicates that the water situation here is what is of paramount importance to them. What is the most important issue?
Yes, actually, first is we have a lot of health issues. If you are aware, my district is one of the new districts in 2019 of challenges when it's created. But thankful to His Excellency, we are beneficiary of the Agenda 111. So at least we believe that the issue of the health situation would have been detailed. Then we are also fortunate. We are now what we call it our district assembly building that is also coming up. A lot of projects are coming up. Educational facilities are coming up. But water still remains the biggest challenge for my district. Indeed, we have tried, but we realized that the water table at my area, that is Northeast Gonja District, is very low. So things are boreholes and then dams are not helping because during the dry season, they dry up. Fortunately, in the Savannah region, we have this natural, which we call surface water, that is not finished. So in my area like this, we have not less than 6 of them. So right now, we are thinking that instead of going in for the groundwater, which is not available, why not use the surface water, which normally stays throughout the year, process it and send it to the community. So government got into it, and currently we are piloting one at Libby in my district. We are hoping that once that one becomes successful, then we'll replicate it in the other parts of the district. Water remain one of the number one challenges facing my district, and we are doing something about it.
Indeed. All right. So we've been speaking to the C of the Northeast Gonja district here in the Savannah region, and he's also corroborating what his colleague from the Gonja West indicated, which has to do with water situation. They've also been talking about the compost plant, which is being commissioned today by the President of the Republic, Nana Akufo-addo, which is the ceremony for which we are here. As I speak with you, the performances that are supposed to be done by the traditional men here have come to an end, and you can see the chiefs are welcoming President Akufo-addo to this gathering, and then the processes will kickstart. So tell us, the Northeast Gonja district, after this, is this project, commencing work immediately? From what?
Yes, from what I know, they are almost done. So once the combination is done, then the work will commence. In fact, I want to use this media to thank the president. Indeed, when the coronavirus started, His Excellency the President made a very profound statement. He said he doesn't know how to bring life back, dead people back to life, but at least he knows how to bring the economic back. And for me, this is the bringing the economy back. Because we've been talking about import substitution industry. This is a typical one. Because some time ago, it would have been white people who will come and be putting up this. Today, we have our own citizen, a Ghanaian, okay, born and bred, who has come up with this initiative, and that for the. And for me, this is the way forward. If this one succeeds and we replicate it in all the regions, believe me, the employment it is going to create, and the waste, we have a lot of problem with waste. For me, this is going to help a lot already. I don't remember the last time Corona case was reported. Okay, I believe that when these ones are spread all over, then Corona can become a thing of the past, because all the waste, both liquid and hard, everything would have been brought to this particular site to be. So what it means is that the hard currency that we'll be using in importing some of these commodities will be produced here. Therefore, the future is bright for Ghana.
Indeed. So Kweku, I've been speaking with the Northeast Gonja District Chief Executive. Remember, I've asked you about how this project is going to influence your people locally, and you've talked about job creation issues and all the opportunities that it brings and all that. So thank you very much for us. We're bringing you a live coverage of the Akufo-addo's commissioning of the compost plant here, waste management compost plant at Damango in the Savannah region, as part of his 2-day tour of the Savannah region. This tour, obviously, we know by now, began in the Upper West region. For 2 days, President Akufo-addo was there. He came down to the Savannah region yesterday and began his visit today by calling on the Yagbomura, and subsequently went to the RCC building, which is under construction. Also, the place, the NIIA. And currently, President is at a site of the Damango compost plant, where he's going to perform the commissioning. We are told that once this project is commissioned, it will start operation and will be receiving waste products from all over this particular region. Savannah region and probably beyond, and make sure that it processes them into various products. We've seen some of the products that is going to be processed into. We've seen fertilizers, several other kind of things. In terms of products, really, is paper, rubber, the rubber issues are a very major we are dealing with as a country. These compost plants has the capacity to absorb them, process them, and turn them into several products that can be of use as far as products are concerned. So, Kweku, I know you can hear me with this live coverage to our listeners. Very soon, I'll be engaging other personalities who are here in Garden for purposes of so that they can ask their perspectives. I'm being now joined by a very well-dressed, beautiful lady who has joined us right now. Madam, tell us your name and who you are.
My name is Alele Veronica Himen. I'm the District Chief Executive of Bole. Those who pick the plants and bring it and go here, they will make some living out of it. And it will make the town tidy as well. I have done sanitation before, where I was a sanitation officer. And this is one of a kind.
Okay, so I can see that you're obviously happy about the project, but quickly bring us up to speed on Bole specific as a district. How far is that from here to Damascus?
Bole is only 1 hour drive from here. 1 hour. When we were in the northern region, it took us 2.5 hours. Now it's only 1 hour. So Damango, anything in Damango is in Bole as well. That is it.
So are you suggesting that it is possible for persons to live your district in Bole to come and work here, this facility, Damango, and go back?
People are already working in Damango as sanitation. We already have people from. So now that the journey is short, why not? I need a lot of my people to come and work here. A lot of my women.
So in your district, Bole, tell us what is the major challenge that you have that you think needs to be addressed?
The challenge is that I have got these skips and I've got dumping sites. It costs lots to clear the rubbish. It costs us lots of money, lots of going in and out, falling to get a skip onto the dump. Just recently, last week, I cleared a dump for almost 10,000 rubbish. So my challenge has just been actually done here, because we will start sorting before it gets here. And if we sort, what is left? It's left with only the black soil, which our people can come and take and go and do fertilizer for their farm. Now there's a fertilizer plant here, there's everything here. So it is. I see how happy we are in Damango here today. Everyone excited.
Before I let you go, people are watching you on live television all over the country. And I'm sure when you leave here, they are going to tell you they saw you and all that. But what are some of the beautiful, attractive things you think are in Bali that people all over Ghana should come to Bali to come and see?
Come and see savannah. Come, see our smokes. See the beautiful smokes we have in Ghana. You have seen nothing yet. They are different. We always want to showcase savannah. We show our smokes. We show the beautiful ladies. We show everything in savannah. This is savannah region. This is the gateway to savannah. This is beautiful savannah region. Everything is here. Everything is in savannah region. We have the land. We have the smokes. We have the salt. We have the Molly Game Reserve. I cannot finish. Come, invest in savannah region. Come and see what savannah can give to the world.
Okay, Veronica, thank you very much for speaking to us. Veronica is the district chief executive for Bali, and he joined us to bring her perspectives to this whole discussion. So we are going to be joined by officials from RICOP about the quality of the project, what it is going to do and what it's capable of doing and what it's not capable of doing. They'll tell us about their expansion plan and their agenda. This project is concerned, and so this is a production of the Ministry of Information as far as the President of the Republic's travels in the whole of Ghana. And I've been joined by the officials now. Let me come in between you so that chat. First of all, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourselves because we are on national television. People want who we are talking to. So let me start with you.
I'm FEDEM's lead consultant for this project.
You are the lead consultant.
Lead consultant. That's FEDEM Limited.
Okay, so Felix is from FEDEM. Okay, your name?
I'm Michael Padituo.
Please say that again.
Michael Padituo. I'm the MD of Accra Compost Plant, also as the head of the agriculture.
Okay, so let me get you are Michael. All right, so I'll refer to you as Michael. All right, and then say.
My name is Samuel Intumi. I'm the general manager for Kumasi Compost and Recycling Plant. And we are here to offer support. We run a similar plant.
Okay, so I have Samuel, I have for television and
from our homes.
You've been watching live pictures from Damongo, where the president is expected to commission the Damongo Integrated Recycling Compost Plant. That ceremony has just begun, and you've been watching live pictures from the facility or the project site. Wilberforce Asari has been speaking to some district chief executives as well as officials who are managers of the facility. We will take you back for more on that particular coverage. Wilberforce is speaking to managers and officials of the facility. They're giving us general background information about this facility, the number of jobs that people are going to, or the number of jobs that are going to be created out of this particular project, as well as also all the other relevant information about this particular project. Wilberforce Asari is our man on the ground. He's engaging officials and other personalities at this particular ceremony. Remember, this is day one of the president's working tour of the Savannah region. The president will be in the region for another day, which is tomorrow. And so stay tuned here on this channel. We are bringing you live coverage. We're bringing you live updates on all his engagements as part of our special coverage of the president's regional tours. This production is live on a number of TV. I'm sure you're watching us on GTV right now. You're watching us on Metro TV, Adom TV, City TV, Wontumi TV, Movement TV, Net2 TV, Asasi Radio, and of course on the Ministry of Information Facebook page. We have more coming up right here. Do stay with us, because when we return, we'll take you back to Damongo, where the president will be commissioning that project, which is the integrated recycling and compost plant, very shortly. Do stay with us. We'll be back with more. Stay with us. We're live on GTV, Metro TV, City TV, Wuntumi TV, Adum TV, and of course you're listening to us on Asasi Radio, as well as Net2 and Wezo TV. This is a special coverage of the President's regional tours. We began on Monday, where the President was in the Upper West region for a 2-day working tour. Today he's begun his official working tour in the Savannah region, and it will end tomorrow. We're here to bring you all that you need to know, the updates, plus all the big interviews that you need to know right here on this channel. This is a production by the Ministry of Information. Before we went on break, we were bringing you the live updates and events unfolding at Damongo, where the President is expected to commission the integrated recycling and compost plant for the people in the area and neighboring communities, as well as districts. Aman Wilberforce-Asare will join us shortly with more, because the President has arrived. Well, the ceremony is actually ongoing. So later on, the President will be in the facility to commission the facility itself. Let's go back to Aman Wilberforce-Asare, who is in Damongo now. He is at this ceremony. Wilberforce will join us shortly. He will join us shortly with more. But you're also watching us on our Facebook page, the Ministry of Information Facebook page. Don't forget that we will be bringing you more throughout this tour, which is today and tomorrow, when the President will wrap up his working tour of the Savannah region. The President yesterday, I should say, was in Kalio, where he commissioned another big and huge project, which is the Kalio Solar Power Plant for the Upper West region. The solar plant is a 13 megawatt plant in the Nadole Kalio district of the region, and it will serve or provide power to some 32,000 households. It costs 22.8 million euros and is a project executed between the government of Ghana and the government of Germany. And so that commissioning took place yesterday. Today there is another commissioning to be done by President Akufo-Addo as part of his working tour of the Savannah region. And today's commissioning is the integrated recycling and compost plant in Damongo. And as you heard from my colleague Wilberforce Asare, this is a huge investment which is expected to create jobs, which is expected to support the works of many stakeholders, including farmers, because this is a recycling waste facility. So you can imagine how this whole project is going to transform lives in these communities that surround Damongo and Damongo itself. If you're just joining us, you're watching our live coverage of the President's regional tours, a production by the Ministry of Information. We'll take you back to the ceremonial grounds, and then later on we will be in the facility where the President will formally commission the integrated recycling and compost plant in Damongo. There's more to come. Do stay with us right here on this channel. Welcome back to our special coverage of the President's Regional Tours, a production by the Ministry of Information, also live on a number of TV stations and radio stations, as well as our Facebook page. My name is Kwaku Obienje. Well, earlier today, President Akufo-Addo was at the RCC in Damongo as part of his working tour of the Savannah region to inspect progress of work of officers for the Regional Coordinating Council. Well, the President was taken round the facility. If you missed it, here are excerpts.
We have our municipal court, judiciary, which is also completed. So he's here to inspect all these things in Damongo.
Aside from it, we hear that one major business that is booming well in your municipality or Savannah region as a whole is the Gary processing. How serious are you paying attention to it to make it a large commercial production?
Oh, wow, we have gotten a very nice edifice for the garden processing. When you get there, there is a lot of machines that you can see over there, which currently, if you pass over there, they are connecting lights to that place, which has been completed, yet waiting for the commission. So we just left for the lights to finish. As I know, if you just go there currently, you can see the bowls and other things being planted over there to tap lights to the place for this Gary process to take place.
Is it going to be a commercial production?
Yes, it's going to be a very big commercial production in the municipality.
And on average, how many tons of Gary are we expecting per day, per week, per month, or annual?
Actually, this has not been yet been designed for all of our, but it is a very big project that has been put in place for this Damongo.
Under your leadership, what should the people of West Gonja expect from you as their MC?
Yes, thank you so much. Damongo, I'm a native of Damongo, born and bred, every my left and right, which we are expecting a lot. But at the moment, I can tell you that there's a lot of project that is ongoing under this government when I've been appointed. If you go down there, alongside of the police barracks, you can see another beautiful edifice for Tibet. That is the vocational school, which is ongoing. If you go to the down there, when you come to the our police, the barracks has also been completed for the municipality, so that as the region has been established, so that the municipal can get their land for their own operation, and the region can also stand on its own, which is also ongoing within Damongo. you go to one of our community, about 2 cheap compounds, if you go to one we call Kedendilempa, that is ongoing cheap compound over there, which is about 8 or 9 kilometers away from Busunu Township to the roadside, which they are getting this edifice, which is ongoing.
Since you assumed office, what has been one of the challenge confronting you in addressing the needs of your people, and how are you also approaching this challenge?
Damango, as we all know, Damango, our main challenge is our water problem, and God willing, this September coming, everything is going to start kicking in Damango. That's the major problem in Damango, which has already been done.
Okay, thank you very much. So I've been speaking to the Municipal Chief Executive of West Gonja, who has been with me throughout since the President arrived here. So in no time I'll also be engaging other officers to also tell us more about the President visit and what they're also expecting after the President leaves Damango and Savannah region as a whole. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
How are you?
Well, thank you, dear.
You are wearing a lot of smart this morning.
Yes, because of where the project has gotten to. It has been a project of idea to the region, of administration, as far as Savannah Regional Coordinating Council is concerned. And this project, as we are seeing that we have gotten almost 96%, we are sure of moving into the structure so that we will get a place to work.
I might know you, let my viewers who are watching you over 8 TV stations across the length and breadth of this country, listening to you live on numerous radio stations. What is your full name and designation?
My name is Samuel Akufo-Addo, Regional Budget Analyst of Savannah Regional Coordinating Council.
Our budget has been sorted. So it means that the people of this region are going to benefit a lot under you.
Yes, please. Because you plan, you budget, and then you execute it. And then you make sure that the government policies are implemented fully.
As a budget officer, are you surprised at the state of development in Savannah region?
Not really, but it's doing well. Government is doing well because if you look at the individual project that is ongoing across the region, the government is really doing well. And it is helping the people effectively for them to work well.
As a full-fledged region, what thing will you say that government or the regional minister, that mean the RCC, should focus more to be the priority of the people?
On roads. Okay, on roads. The region needs roads, a lot of roads, projects in terms of roads, so that goods can be conveyed to the market centers to enhance economic development.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, so I've been engaging some other officials. So in no time I'll be speaking to the Minister for Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, Honorable Dan Kwaku-Boche, to tell us more, because this one sits directly in his ministry. So Honorable Dan Kwaku-Boche will soon be joining us to speak to us and tell Ghanaians who are watching us all over this country, what does the ministry make of this edifice? It's a very nice edifice, and it looks as if the information that we are getting is that it cut across all the newly created regions that was enacted under President Akufo-Addo. So in order, we're getting Honorable Dan Kwaku-Boche to also speak to us, because this one sit directly under his ministry. So Kwaku.
So you've been watching excerpts of this morning's inspection tour by President Akufo-Addo at the Damango RCC as part of his 2-day working tour of the Savannah region. Earlier we were telling you about the commissioning of the integrated recycling and compost plant ceremony, which will also be performed by President Akufo-Addo. It's actually ongoing right now. We can cross over now to Aman Wilberforce Asari, who joins us now from the events ground. Wilberforce, sorry the line dropped. So what is happening now? All right, it appears that Wilberforce Asari cannot hear me, but we will raise Wilberforce and bring you the very latest from that ceremony. It's the commissioning of the integrated recycling and compost plant in Damango. And this is one of the many activities the president is taking part in as part of his 2-day working tour of the Savannah region. Remember, the tour will end tomorrow, and we're here to bring you all the updates that you need to know about the president's tour. The president, throughout his tour, which began on Monday in the Upper West region, has been inspecting projects, which includes Agenda 111 projects. He's also been engaging traditional leaders. He's been paying courtesy call on traditional leaders, and has also been, engaging other stakeholders as part of his working tour of those regions. Right now, he is in the Savannah region, and as you may be aware, he is getting ready to commission the integrated recycling and compost plant in Damongo. We will take you there shortly. Stay with us. There's more coming up. Stay with us. Let's take you now live to the commissioning of the integrated recycling and compost plant in Damongo, which is happening now. President Akufo-Addo will commission that project shortly. Our man Wilberforce Asare joins us now. Will, sorry the line dropped, but you were speaking to officials of this facility, and what more have they been telling you?
Indeed, Kweku, I've been speaking to some officials. I've actually asked that they join me back so that they can take us through the provide. So they join me. Samuel is from the Kumasi, and so he was project already in Kumasi, which is processing 100 tons of solid waste on daily. To process some solid waste on a daily basis. They also told me receiving these solid waste from all over our region. The facility is such that people from all over the region solid waste at a fee, and so solid waste they can come in. There is a place here for them to. It will become the responsibility of the facility to carry them for purposes of sorting. Once it is sorted, then they would forward them to the equipment that has been fixed here for purposes of processing. They indicate that they are capable of providing recycled materials such as plastic pellets, shredded plastics, metal and scrap, PET bottles, and several other products that they are capable of recycling here when this facility kickstarts. Again, about the facility, it can this facility, as you are seeing in your shot, they can actually have a second one after this. That means that it will increase the capacity from 400 tons to 100 tons. What the authorities have been telling me, speak with you. So currently, as I speak with you, this is being delivered on his behalf by an official. We are told that after that address, it is possible that the director and chief executive officer of the Just One group of companies Mr. Sia also addressed the gathering, and then President Akufo-Addo of Ghana as far as this commissioning is concerned. So we bring in you a live coverage of the commissioning of the ARICOM,
where President Akufo-Addo is expected to commission the integrated recycling and compost plant in that particular region, the Savannah region, where he has begun a 2-day working tour of that particular region. It's our special coverage of the President's regional tours, a production by the Ministry of Information. My name is Kwaku Obenyeche. This production is also live on GTV, Metro TV, Adum TV, City TV, Netu TV, Wuntumi TV, Movement TV, and you are listening to us on radio on Asase Radio. On Facebook, you're watching us live on our Facebook page, which is the Ministry of Information Facebook page. Shortly, we'll take you back to Damango, where the President is expected to commission the integrated recycling and compost plant for the people in the township and, of course, communities surrounding Damongo. Well, earlier, the President paid a visit to the RCC building where offices of the Regional Coordinating Council will be situated. Remember, Damongo is one of the newly created capital for the regions, which is the Savannah region. The President was there to inspect progress of work there. We're told it is 96% work in progress, meaning that in some few weeks to come, the President may return to the same region to commission the RCC. If you missed it, here are excerpts of what happened when the President visited the RCC earlier today.
So, like you see, this is the building. This is the Regional Coordinating Council that President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo in no time inspected, and progress of work is about 96% complete. And we are told that in the next 2 months, it will be completed finally for the President to also commission it. We have with me Honorable Daniel Kwaku Oche, Minister for Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development. General is what we call General Boko. Thank you. Sir, building sit in English. This building sit directly under your ministry. As a minister for such a ministry, what do you make of this edifice, which is about 96% complete?
Yes, thank you very much. You all know 2017, in response to the petition and aspiration of the people, chiefs and people in sections of the country, they asked for a new region. And then some of them have asked for about 40 years, 30 years, 50 years. And it's something that was very dear to them. Mr. President responded positively to this, went through the constitutional provisions, and then finally, as we all know, a referendum was held and new regions were created. In 2019, they were given their instrument and the regions were created. And Mr. President promised that there should be immediate to short-term to long-term planning for the new regions. You have a new baby, certainly you have to take care of the new baby. So he said that we should have this infrastructure for the foundation infrastructure. So you see that in all the 6 new regions, last year we commissioned one for Session also. Same design by AESL, given to contractors. Last month, Mr. President commissioned the one at Naradogo Northeast. And you have seen the Regional Coordinating Council building, and then other directorates. We have Education Directorate, we have Health Directorate, we have Agric Directorate, and we have the Roads Ministry, the Roads and Highways Directorate.
So this office is housing all these agencies?
This is housing the Regional Coordinating.
Okay.
The one, as you can see in what we showed Mr. President and what you saw on the road there, is for education. Bole has Agric Directorate, Daboya has Health Directorate, and Salaga has the Roads Directorate. And all these go bungalows for the start. Then you can see a 3-story police regional command, plus another 12-unit accommodation flats for the regional police command. So these are just the foundation projects. And then we are not going to have the residency, the land use and special planning authority are going to also demarcate the whole area. So you see, this becomes like a whole new capital city. And that's the concept Mr. President wants to have.
All right, right, let's quickly take you back to Damongo, where our man Wilberforce Asari is on standby to take us through the rest of the itinerary for that particular commissioning. Wilberforce joins us now live from Damongo. Wilberforce, take it over now. Apologies there. We are working out Wilberforce's sound, and we'll bring you that very important interview with the Yapegura. Wilberforce Asari will be speaking to the Yapegura, who is at the ceremony, the commissioning of the integrated recycling and compost plant in Damongo. Remember, it is the first day of the President's tour of the Savannah region. The President will be there today and tomorrow, and we here at the Ministry of Information will be bringing you live updates from that particular ceremony. Let's go back to Wilberforce Asari. This time we're hoping Wilberforce can hear us loud and clear. Wilberforce, if you can hear me, please take over. Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me better? Hope the technology stays afloat. All right. Thank you, Yapera, for joining us. Tell us, you are a royal and you have subjects. How is this project, which is being commissioned by the President, going to impact your subjects?
In several ways. First, this project has offered jobs to the people of Damongo, which is the capital of the Savannah region. The construction of this project, now that it's going to change, we all expect that more other people will be employed to work here. And that means that people are going to get jobs. And for us, it's a very good project.
So your people, if you could tell us a little bit about the people you represent. Who are they? Which part of the region are they? And all that. Just give us a brief background of your people.
I'm the chief of Yape. Yape is a division under the Kusago traditional area. So I'm Yapera under the paramount chief of the Kusago traditional area. So the people of Yape are part of the central Gonja district.
And we are talking about a population of about how many?
Yape certainly has a problem. Yape itself is not a very big community, but if you put the other communities under Yape, it's certainly a big community. I'm not too sure exactly what the population figures are. For now, I'm not too sure, but it's a very big community. Yeah.
So how is this specific project we are talking about going to impact the people in your community? We know this is in Damongo, but how is it going to impact your people? Are they going to be able to come here to work? Are they going to be bringing raw materials here? How is it going to impact them?
Yeah, the impact of this project, it might not directly impact on the people of Yape, but it's going to impact on the people of the entire Savannah region. Because waste material will be recycled, both solid and liquid waste. And that means that it's part of an effort to keep the Savannah region clean. And Yape is part of the Savannah region. So we think that we'll benefit from that. Waste material will be collected from Yape. People will be employed to collect the waste material. People will work here within the factory. And Yape people will be part of those who will benefit from this project.
Beyond this particular project, do you have other things that you think government attention should come on, particularly in your locality, Yape?
Yeah, sure, we have. In Yape, we don't have a secondary school. We have junior secondary school, but we have no secondary school in Yape, and it's a big community. And I'll tell you, Yape will even grow bigger. And it's going to be very soon, pretty soon to grow bigger. There's a road being constructed from Yape to link up the Salaga, Tamale Salaga road at Bunja in here Salaga. This is going to open up the place. And we have no secondary school. I think we need a secondary school. That's our first priority right now in Yape. Yape, as I said, Yape Kusogo, we think that we constitute, or we have a population that can give us a district. So we are also fighting, or we are also pleading and expecting that government will give us a region. That's for the Kusogo Yape area. Plead that government will give us a district. That's what we are praying for. Yeah.
So a secondary school and a district is what the Yakwera is saying is of paramount importance to his people in his constituency. Again, he says that the compost plant which is being commissioned is going to have a direct impact on his people and for that matter the entire Savannah region. Let me quickly ask you again that beyond the secondary school and the district, I'm very certain that there may be other social issues that may be bedeviling your community. What other social issues do you think are there that needs government's attention?
Yeah, I think that, you may call them social, but I prefer to call them other economic issues that we should look at. Agriculture, particularly. The people are basically farmers. Of course, a sizable population of the people of Yape are fishermen, but basically they are farmers. We do more farming than fishing, and we think that we need a big irrigation project. Once we have a big irrigation project, I believe it can enhance production in the area. Yape will benefit, Savannah region will benefit, the entire Ghana will benefit, and the entire India will benefit. But the river is there. You know the white water, just by Yape. We need a big irrigation project. When we have the irrigation project, I believe that apart from food crops, cash crops will be produced, and processing will take place. Processing of food crops, adding value to agricultural products, it will take place in Yape. I understand that already some has been secured, and this land is purely for the siting of agro-based industries, agro-processing industries in Yape. So we think that with a big irrigation project, it will feed into the industries, agro-industries that will be set up in Yape.
Indeed. All right. So we've been speaking to the Yakwera, who has graciously joined us to bring his perspectives to the activity that is being done here. So if you're just tuning in anywhere you are watching, this is a Ministry of Information production of President Akufo-Addo's tour of the Savannah region. President Akufo-Addo began his tour of the Savannah region today. He arrived here yesterday. Today he has already visited the Yapumra and also inspected work at the RCC, where the RCC is being constructed together with the NHIA office and another office for the education service here. Akufo-Addo is in our background and he is joining the people of Damango to commission the project here. It's a compost recycling plant which is being put together by the company known as the Integrated Recycling and Compost Plant Limited. They are the private sector company that is partnering with the government of Ghana to build these composite plants virtually all over the country. Damongo is privileged to be one of the major cities in our country to host one of these compost plants, which will be recycling solid waste into. I'm checking from their brochure, and I'm gathering that recycled materials that they are going to be working with here include, but not limited to, the paper recycling products. So they'll be recycling paper. They will also be recycling plastic. They will be recycling the water sachets. You know, water sachets is something that is troubling because virtually everybody in our country patronizes water sachet, or sachet water I should say, and so that is going to be recycled. Again, they are also going to be able to recycle vehicle tires, so car tires. We are going to be recycled here at this plant. Everybody in the major cities of our country drives a vehicle. Here in the upper region, use motorcycles, and the motorcycles also. And so these are worn out, they are going to be recycled here in this plant. And again, e-waste, which is a very growing part of things in our part of the world. There are a lot of in here, some of them going up after a year or two, and they all will recycle. We are told that this facility has the capacity to recycle, and so it comes as a very part of the activities here. So, as I, what would be the one message that you will leave with government? So, assuming that you had access to the president, him something for your people, what would be that one thing that you would tell the president?
He said, President, that is basic. The people are basically farmers, working farmers, and through farming. So the best talking about silos, areas where people can go and then put their farm and maybe enhance access to market. Ensure that farmers do not have their crops nor lying elsewhere in the farm when people need their areas. I don't know how the government can do that, but there are many models that have been used in many places to ensure that farmers get ready market for their produce. They have places also to store or keep their food. I think government should do everything possible to things that will enhance agriculture are provided to the people. But above all, as I said, a project is important for the people, and also thinking about regular distribution or access to farm inputs by farmers. I think it's
Yakura for speaking with us. So we've been speaking to the Yakura who's been telling about indeed the compost plant that is being commissioned, and also his people specific, the people of Yakura. And so we're bringing you this live coverage of President Akufo-Addo mentioning of the compost, the capital city of the Savannah region. Savannah region is one of the regions. Indeed, yes. So the Zoom Lion boss is going to be speaking briefly, and so we will cross over to the podium. Currently, the minister responsible for roads and highways, Amakwata, is the one addressing the gathering. After him, the Zoom Lion boss, a Jospon group of companies, their CEO, will be speaking, and then President Akufo-Addo will also address the gathering. And so I'm going to cross over to the podium so we can pick some sounds from the podium. I'll be back with our exit interviews after those address.
So of the integrated recycling. The screen now is the Minister for Roads and Highways, Kwesi Amakwata, addressing the gathering. We're told that after his address, we'll have one from the officials of the facility, and then President Akufo-Addo will deliver his formal address at this ceremony, after which he will move on to commission the project for the people of Damango and nearby communities, all in the Savannah region. The President this morning began his two-day working tour of the Savannah region. As we did indicate earlier, he visited the RCC. He's been engaging traditional leaders. He's also been speaking to some media platforms in the region. Currently, the President is attending a ceremony to commission the integrated recycling and compost plant in Damango. Surely we'll bring you the President's address, which we will carry live here on this channel and also on the channel you're watching on GTV, Metro TV, Adom TV, City TV, Netu TV, Wuntumi TV, Movement TV, Wezo TV. We're also live on radio on Asase Radio. You're also watching us on our Facebook page, the Ministry of Information Facebook page. My name is Kweku Obenya. I'll be here with you throughout the coverage, but right now, though, we will go for a short break because we want to bring you the live speech or the live remarks by the president at this ceremony before he goes ahead to commission this plant for the people of Damango in the Savannah region. We will take a short break. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We will go back to Damango shortly. Stay with us. There's more to come. Stay with us. All right, so let's go back to Damango right now for the live feed of the ceremony to commission the integrated recycling and compost plant, which will be commissioned by President Akufo-Addo. Currently, the Minister for Roads and Highways, Kwesi Amoakwata, is addressing the gathering. Don't forget the President will be speaking at this ceremony as well. Let's cross over now and bring you the live feed from Damango.
Different projects in this region. A total road network of Savannah is about 3,500 kilometers. And I want to assure the people of this region that the government is keeping a close eyes on your road network. And between now and 2024, you yourself will be living witnesses of the major upliftment that is going to happen on your roads. To bring my road brief to an end, let me respond on behalf of the President to the request made by the Agyapong about certain specific road projects. I want to assure Agyapong, our distinguished chiefs here present, and the people of this region that all the roads mentioned have been taken care of. There has been an MOU signed to secure funding between the government, represented by Ministry of Roads and Highways, and a company called MSSZ, to one, to construct the Damango-Bori Road. 2, to upgrade Bupe to Kotiti to Damango Road. 3, under that program, there's going to be an asphalt overlay between Bamboy and Solar Road. And again, we are going to upgrade and bring to asphaltic level the road between Fufuso and Solar. And this road has had a checkered history. And if you may allow me a second to talk about it. Fufuso Solar Road was completed in 2015. And in less than 3 years, the road had completely deteriorated. It shows the poor work done at that time. We have carried one major repair on that road. That is why we have included it in this program. And I want to assure you that the project, when delivered, is going to stand the test of time. So the deteriorated state of the Fufuso Solar Road is going to be tackled, and in no time you are going to see work on it to reinstate that road and to bring it to shape to serve the good people of this region. So a lot is being done for this region in the road sector, and it will continue. So continue to give your support to President Akufo-Addo's government. Continue to support the New Patriotic Party, because we are bringing the goodies to you in all sectors, and we are going to make sure that you get your fair and adequate share of the road sector. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. Thank you. We are grateful. Asankushun Akrama, the next person to speak, growing up actually wanted to be a pilot or a marine engineer, but nature redirected him into sanitation and issues of waste management. From a village in the eastern region, found himself on the streets of Accra selling exercise books, and today he is a successful businessman, and his company has over 32 subsidiaries. I met him last night, and I observed one thing. Whoever he meets, he will leave you with 3 things: a firm handshake, a beautiful smile, and a deep bow. That is the gentleman I'm about to introduce. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the CEO of Agyapong Group of Companies, Dr. Joseph Sian Agyapong.
Your Excellency President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana, the Overlord of Gonja Land, duly represented by His Royal Majesty Bupera Jinapor II, the Vice President of the Savannah Regional House of Chiefs, Honorable Ministers of States, eminent clergy, members of Parliament, Metropolitan, Municipal and District Chief Executives, members of Board of Directors from various agencies and ministries, distinguished, hard-working staff of Agyapong Group of Companies, friends from the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with great respect and humility that I warmly welcome Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, to this event as part of your tour of the Savannah region. Your Excellency, on 16th October 2020, you carried out subcarting of various recycling and compost plants across the country, one of which is the compost recycling plant located here in Damango today. And you humbly tasked the Agyapong Group to see to its construction. Your Excellency, today I humbly report that the one in Damango is fully completed and ready for operation. Your Excellency, global events of today points to your visionary leadership when you supported the establishment of a composting plants which have the capacity to produce fertilizer. Little did we know that there will be a Russia-Ukrainian war. As we all know, the war has had serious consequences on fertilizer imports. The capacity to foresee problems and respond appropriately to them with boldness of vision is the mark of a good leadership like President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Your Excellency, you have adequately demonstrated this, and this is what has brought us here today. We are here today and in a position to solve a fertilizer problem. Indeed, as a leader with foresight, you saw the problem early, and today we are benefiting from it. Your Excellency, we have to be appreciative to your visionary leadership, your passion and dedication to the environmental sanitation sector and the private sector development that have ensured Ghana as ahead of most developing countries when it comes to innovation and creating of solutions that deal with sanitation challenges. And ladies and gentlemen, I humbly want to just announce that to His Excellency the President's achievement since his tenure of office in 2016, he has achieved 16 medical waste treatment plants, 16 recycling and wastewater plants, and 16 composting and recycling plants. So within his tenure of almost 6 years, he has established 38 treatment plants. You are a visionary leader, and that is stated by Laurie Amos, that a great leader is one who sees more than others sees, one who sees further than others sees, and one who sees before others do. Your Excellency, for Ghana's 30 million population, the waste generated daily is 21,428 metric tons. This according to the World Bank and environmental analysis. Also, plastic waste generated is about 3,000 tons. And I'm humbly speaking about daily waste generated. Against this background, the Damango compost and recycling plant is poised to play a major role in our waste management effort, especially in the Savannah region. It will be a hub for waste haulage from the following areas: Bupe, Daboya, Bole, Damango, Sola, Tuna, Kaba. The Damango Area Corp can process 400 tons of municipal solid waste daily. The plant can produce 200 tons of compost, being 4,000 bags of compost, 50 kilograms daily. It can also recover 56 tons of plastic daily. In terms of job creation, there will be about 200 direct jobs for this facility as soon as His Excellency the President commissioned it and it start work. 200 direct jobs and another 300 direct jobs, those who will be haulaging the waste from the various districts to this center. In plastic recycling and organic fertilizer value chain, this to me is a significant contribution to the employment situation in the Savannah region. It is worthy to know that the plant will also serve as a research and a technical center for industry and academia. Before I humbly take my seat, Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I wish to express my profound appreciation to Honorable Cecilia Abenadapa, the Minister for Sanitation and Water Resources, for her unflinching support. We are also grateful to the Minister for Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, Honorable Damboche, the Minister for Land and Natural Resources, Honorable Lawyer Agyapong, the Savannah Regional Minister, Honorable Said Mazu Jebel, Members of Parliament, Parliamentary Select Committee on Sanitation, Environment and Local Government, MMDCs, the Overlord of Damango and the chiefs, religious leaders, and the people of Damango for their support, their prayers, their effort, their concern for making this plant a success. And then also finally, also to the project team, contractors, consultants, Maripuna Construction Company, FEDEMS, engineers, artisans, suppliers, and all. Your Excellency, we want to thank you very much for your innovative and dreams and ideas that is developing Ghana as a whole. And I humbly at this juncture want to let us have a short video of the processing of this plant. God bless you and thank you.
In 2020, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, toured the 16 regions of the country to cut the sod for the construction of 16 integrated recycling and compost plants across the regions of the country. On October 16, 2020, the Savannah region, Damongo, where we are gathered today, witnessed the sod cutting ceremony to commence work on the construction of the waste treatment facility, a show of commitment by the Akufo-Addo-led government to foster strong partnerships with the private sector, and specifically with the Agyapong group of companies, in tackling waste management issues faced by the country. Since the commencement of the project here in Damongo, the ongoing construction works have created several direct and indirect jobs for the youth and people of Damongo and surrounding communities. The plant is set up to receive, sort, process and recycle municipal solid waste to produce organic compost for agronomic purposes in the sub-region, with some of the plants also possessing a medical waste treatment facility to treat and safely dispose of medical waste. Other recoverable materials of the recycling process, which include plastics and metal scraps, will serve as input materials for the steel and plastic manufacturing sectors. Your Excellency, we are also happy to report that in the northern sector of the country, the sites situated in Tamale, Nalarigu, Wa and Volga have reached advanced stages of construction and setup. In Nalarigu, the plants have been fully installed and undergoing finishing works to make it totally complete as being witnessed here today. In the Upper West region, Wa, the construction has been completed and awaiting installation of machinery. Tamale is at a considerable stage in its setup of bunkers to receive the installation of the plants thereafter, whereas Bolgatanga is still at the early stages of civil construction. Similar progress is being achieved in the other regions, which also await your eventual visit and commissioning soon. These plants are well underway in their establishment across all the 16 regions of the country in a purposive attempt to consolidate the gains Ghana has made in environmental sustainability through innovative solutions to waste challenges in the country. This show of commitment and dedication emphasizes the belief that Ghana is on course to having some of the cleanest cities in Africa. The management and staff of the Agyapong group of companies, including Zoom Lion Ghana Limited and its partners, wish to express our profound gratitude to you, Your Excellency, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, for your visionary leadership and personal support to the environmental sanitation sector and private sector development over the past years. We also wish to thank Honorable Cecilia Abinadapa, Minister of Sanitation and Water Resources, who has been a strong backbone, and the Member of Parliament, Honorable Samuel Abujinapo. To the Regional Minister, we say a big thank you for your support. The chiefs, elders, we thank you very much for releasing the lands and providing the necessary support to ensure that the people of Damongo and the Savannah region have a cleaner and healthier environment, while at the same time creating jobs and decent livelihoods for the teeming youth of the Savannah region.
Thank you. Hassan Gushun. And Samasane, our region, now Anibuku Bumfasa Kike, Northern Ghana, Savannah region, Daulapia, Aloge, Binjande, Mishan, Kolano, and Sir Nano Adodam Kwaba government, the Agyapong group of companies. We are grateful. The next gentleman I want to introduce, Mr. President. I think the people of Savannah have thanked you severally for so many things that you have done for us. But there is something I want to draw your attention to today and then express to you how grateful we are. We want to first of all thank you for adopting one of our own, nurturing him, and blessing his life, because today he's a blessing to so many people. After blessing his life, you gave him a ministry that takes care of heaven and earth. And today, because of that ministry, I am speaking based on proximity, based on where I'm from Northern Ghana. Today, because of that ministry, if you meet any big Northerner, any big man or big woman from Northern Ghana, if you ask them, where do you work? If they don't tell you they are CEOs or deputy CEO of Land Commission, they will tell you that they are with their Mineral Commission. They will tell you that they are with the, all the commission. In fact, we are all commissioners as we stand here. Just last week, I got an appointment, but I declined because it's just getting too much. We are grateful to you, Mr. President, for nurturing Honorable Samuel Lawyer Abu Jinapo and giving him that great ministry. Thank you so much.
The Member of Parliament for Damongo constituency, elders say that a child that washes his hands well dines with the elders. In fact, Your Excellency, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the people of Savannah region never doubted Lawyer Samuel Abujinapo because he associates himself with His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana. The coming into the Damongo constituency of Lawyer Samuel Abujinapo has brought tremendous blessings to the lives of the people of the Damongo constituency and Savannah region as a whole. Some people said that when Lawyer comes to Damongo and becomes the MP, he will run away literally without coming back. But Lawyer Samuel Abujinapo has been the Member of Parliament that has kept touch with the grassroots and has kept touch with his people since his appointment as the Deputy Chief of Staff and his election as the Member of Parliament. Those days, we didn't have a contact point where we could contact our Member of Parliament. Lawyer Abujinapo has created an ultramodern office where the people of Damongo constituency can get easy access to the office of the Member of Parliament, where they can lay their complaints to him. Lawyer Abujinapo coming into Damongo constituency has seen a lot of development in terms of education. He has built schools. He built an ultramodern school at Mimpiasem. Lawyer Samuel Abujinapo on health. He recently donated computers to the Damango Nursing Training College. Lawyer Samuel Abujina Paul, a great son of the land. It is not for nothing that the people of Damango calls him Amasagbon, Amatuamo, a great son of the land. Lawyer Abujina Paul.
Mr. President, Jira Bupeura, Savannah Regional Minister and colleague ministers of state, CEO of Jospon Group of Companies, Savannah Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Burebi, Ngbanche, Uche, Mpebana, so, Mesa nan churubin ke anke kaba gama pasidam taka namba gamare, entam bashir anyebo kadebo urto, ambe churubin yega, Andre ne President akufo-addo ne be ruduma bo punto fe, mo ka be ruduma bo punto, dema wan ka won fiare. President Kemen and Bedesim Fen Karachim Kusu. President akufo-addo. Mwalo President Wona Afara ale President Faranko. Ber region fair and Kanga Maye Desi region ko Bumfu Quarteso and Bumbo Shunfe. Amaso Ndre Jira Nibure bi Bala Brakataso. Ankata Ghana bo president ne desin karache kabra bi nan desin fe pochefo nkanyo chipurare na anye ne president na ya chorye gbowura anka ya chorye gbowura ye borota kapandi ense president akufo-addo funa kaba ki president ye boru bulembu to kabra kaba rukumto jakpa palace akaba rukumtina kuma danso ala kono oko anyo asa ana enu ehye esu eburu ala kono no president na beruri jakpa palace so kuma ngini jirima gbangbangi wono president akufo-addo ko nso ye bonwura nsike gbanye bunumo ko boso twaso asemo abishafo Mona bofoso. Konyosopo jira. Chipurare. President Nankoso ye Kenny Oshuwa ne bo shun eshidima abo puntin fe. Ne mo bunu ma na so no baro tumu. Oshuwa ne bo na bishun, gomina bishun eshi Savannah region fe. Ama mesano kubanye ke Kenyam ne Savannah region ke. Kabrmare bipurno ngbanye buburu bala hormoto kabre Savannah region ke baki kusukolu na gonjaland baki kusukoli anka chine fiare nkpompa bo won fe ndara won fe mfafaro won fe mo won fe ngurushi won fe belfo won fe anka nyamba ki basukoli ama kusuni mesana ambuka gbonfuna ka kanta ambon firin yile so alafune ye gboru kuraba so bejeman so ambu ye bonwura na ambu buwuru ka fara akole angba kapa entale mba fu ye boru tuntumbo borasa ni bi puru ana ka yile to na kwa manle anyi regina kaba na kubonfu na anyi na anyemanye komjega kaba na ta esempa abambo fulaso common minister for local government ba malgana minister for roads magwa ba malga kata kakrambu ko bon kuma ga kushumuta ketelefi bu ko bon kuma ga kushumuta nanta oshun na kusunke binta manshi bin ba maka ba ototo kuma ga kushumuta kabawo na anyina ketamfani gbongbo na aba kabre fi ekeni kwa na yuchi purare ndo na gba na beka ki kumu katna kumu so aso temtenebo prondon alono ne STEM University Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics University. Niki bebe dema obo punchun fe, niki bebe Savannah region fe. Along the secondary schools, 21st century secondary schools. Kokobebu Busunu, Koko TV secondary school, be a salaga. Alone on the Deborah port. Kofuluan Kuchuare, man, vice president, your Nan Kakoto, Meka Saure, the Deborah port, Biba. Amazon Snam is like me, Pina Lafone. Kubonfo now Kumfina, and you mean for the Kunkan Naso. Kubonfo the president, akufo-addo, Tansika Banyana. Aman Tanzania Naso. Bipura, Jira, Bure, Biga Freche, Mekolokona, Kabanyaba Alama, Bipru Tenkere Monebe Alama, Nibipru Jinapo Monebelema, Bipru Chalampoloma Monebelema, Bipru Jinapo Wana Tasakabra Mukebi Alama, Kosonake Benjika Kabanya, Kosonake Benjika Kabanya, Abor Bagafra, Mara Bujinapo, Nankan Solokomba Kabanya Funfe, Kulumbusum Bumbo and Soloma, Manji Kode. Maji kude karaman chama maribetin puchin kange man kankun gbagba kusuwo ni president akufo-addo mu gomina shunsan gbanye enfenuare gomina kekemu Ghana to since independence ni busuno mu kusuna entaka gbanye monchop wana akama na be sha amintan karga akwana amintan karga SCPT amintan karga Imbi Kakra Mukobon, Amitan Kraga, Kosuke some brandy Kushum, Amitan Kraga, Kosuke be long, Kabao so be table about to toe, and Ibitan Kraga, Nana Tak Bonfo and Tam, but Tanganyaso, Nitirma Maba number Polokoto Cabra for you, Blackma, if Kaka Banyalafo, which is Havana region, I can't be kind of groom, the Paracala, about a long support. Amoso, Jira, Bure, Bikusumisan, Kolobanyalafone. Ombuwa kabo mo kamalaga. Ombuwa obidowa donibi. Ayase ba shafo faga de shamu. Mana gomina alu gomina faranko. Nakaba ngbanyi be fuluso. Mana mara fara al minister ngbanyi be fuluso. Boko mbanyo. Faga kufumbi anyo. Nufuta bombo nyona yoko panto. Nsakma malfa. Nsakma akurabo dede adi ya mo kosoboya adi ma agba ya mo ekoli takedian mbere fatuto karate so abiden robuto mbonyanfo funefi nkebi mfushungi monde akuma akaya mo ata kablan kike na kablan kike ntan nte chima ntan kuma ase mfunji launchen don fifinu gba fuma umu fifinu fuma umu Echebo funa launchina mbiyanyura keke namba ada emesa kukurabo ada emesa kurabo ada emesa kapetiare akwana kafo awoni fita kukurabo nyosopo nda amuso ko kulwo na ambe kulbinyalo fune benya tanga ke bo ko bunya na ambu kushun nta mpeka bawota bunumuma na kanga jemun bulonga jemun bodona na pemu Borma bam bakanyo so no fumu nu fu koso nu ko bon wor poto birfun borba amso anka wor kono koli. Mr. President, the good people of Savannah region and the Damango constituency are very grateful for your visits, and out of your numerous visits to the Savannah region and out of your numerous encounters with the Savannah region, one thing has become abundantly evident, which is that the government of President Akufo-Addo has a plan for this country, Ghana. And for that matter, the Akufo-Addo government has a plan for northern Ghana. And so is it that the Akufo-Addo government has a plan for the Savannah region. Nothing is done in isolation. Whatever is done fits into the master plan of developing our country, of developing northern Ghana, and for that matter, developing the Savannah region. The reorganization and decentralization policy that the Akufo-Addo government executed beginning from 2017 to date, which was under a major pillar of the Akufo-Addo government's vision and master plan and program for this country, the pillar of governance, was not done in isolation. A lot has been said already, but for those of us who were born and bred in the Savannah region, if you gain admission to Tamale Secondary School, and you had to travel from Choro or Juku or the hinterlands of Gonjaland to attend school in Tamale Secondary School, you will see the importance of the policy of akufo-addo of reorganization, decentralization, and governance of Northern Ghana. So the president is reorganized Northern region. And here in Savannah region, the president government, Akufo-Addo's government, is putting in place very important and strategic building blocks to unleash prosperity for the people of Savannah region. I'll just name three. Education. When you want development for a community, you must enhance the human resource capital, human resource capability of that community. And across board, the Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics University, which is being built in the Savannah region right here in Damango, is one of such pillars. So is it that the Technical Vocational Educational Training Institute, which is being built in Salaga, is another. So is it also that the 21st Secondary School, which is going to be built in Bushinu, is another pillar of this educational program of the Akufo-Addo government, which is a part of the master plan. Healthcare across board. Daboya Agenda 111, Regional Hospital here in Damango, District Hospital in Bupe, and then when you come to water, Yape water, Damango inshallah is going to get water, and when you come to roads, that one is unprecedented. Across board, the Savannah region is being opened up for agricultural development. And the second, the report, who's the vice president cut short for, $450 million investment. The report, which is going to see to 1,000-acre industrial park in Yape, and it's going to see the development of the petrochemical storage industry in Bupe, and it's going to become the next center of transportation of cargo between southern Ghana and northern Africa, not northern Ghana, from northern Ghana to Burkina Faso to Mali and to Niger. Work is commenced, and when completed, it is going to unleash such unseen enterprise and prosperity and progress and forward march for the people of Debre and for the people of Savannah. So, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, the point I want to make is that yes, in our country, Ghana, in Africa and the world, we are all grappling with all kinds of problems, and we are all very familiar with them, and we are not oblivious of them. But the truth remains, and the truth should be told, that in Ghana, in northern Ghana and Savannah region in particular, President Akufo-Addo's achievements and interventions in all sectors of our life, whether agriculture, health, education, women emancipation, what have you, the development is truly and totally unprecedented. And I said it in Gonja, that if anybody were to challenge me, let us begin to count. We can count the road network that this government has done, and the single road network that the previous government did in the whole of Northern region, which is the Fufuso Solar Road, and which is also deteriorating as we speak, or educational infrastructure or health infrastructure. The record is just unmatched, and the record is truly, truly impressive. So, Gerard Bupeura, members of the Savannah Regional House of Chiefs, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor once again, on the 9th occasion, this is the 9th official working visit of President Akufo-Addo as a sitting president of Ghana. He's visited the Savannah region since he became president 9 good times, official visits 9 good times. It's my singular honor to introduce to you and to call upon to address this gathering a man I consider to be one of our own. Savannah region is the home of President Akufo-Addo. President Akufo-Addo is a Savannah man. He's a Gonjalander. He's our brother, he's our father, he's our grandfather, he's our uncle, he's our everything. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of Ghana and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, and the creator and governor, true governor of the Savannah region, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Anya
Pediana, my love, Kalam and Dinga, Nana, yes, and Mima Wapa was Savannah. Waba Baba, you know the Abeka Chirobim. Fufuna Wopaya will be a mao, Bunkuya can be a mao. The Akano, and Cheviana Nasu of a mao babako, no the Akao, oh, Kwana with the Aqua, would you go in Ebesaba, Hayabekao. Ah, baby, Nana, was you. You were like a Budoma Cafe. I wait in a Profaka and Futu to fish a form of Finansuledo, Fudoma Cafe, Fuma Futu to Suledo, a Manga and Fiora, but the Mania Massa for you go to. You were like a Tawarkaya, paying the Furkaya and I are to be poor one. Menyaka Kamo, Ekenai, Kumumaba was a Nayago Bukumuli Guru. I don't send me a Mayona. One matter party to Richia, which Rapotro, which is you, a walk one trophy, who would do to Rovisa. They were all like a would see me. One matter Basa Basa Vedia Guru, allow Achiveru, Chama Kalamoni, Chamandu all. Kenny, Nana, Oped, the Obey Humani Yama, Kalamonia war, Abujina Po war, Jibril war, Yabayan the day, but me buy a Mahuno Pong Kurma, Madame for Bacope, or buy a Newan, Chiamekura. I see for the lunch of Babaka, we are Kalamu, and then you may have Munkalade, Minayaka Mekama Diache, and Mranasuko Vibri, Nana, the Awayano, Yeniswa, Yadasi, Nadiakano, Nedoso, Famayana Yenji, and Yankuta, Yakwa and the Bibri, Yadasu baby, Ye Pensianum, Ye baby Via Vivia, yes, one over here, Nana Yamaya and Yanko. Nana, Maratin Bibri. Wama Yajuma Bebre Naso Maratian Pidaso, Yadasa Bebre. My Bochi, for a love of the waters in Nana, Mamma, Mawakaba.
That's right. The clergy, Christian and Muslim, Savannah Regional Minister, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, and Member of Parliament for Damango, and other dignitaries of the government, the third National Vice Chairperson of the ruling MPP party, regional chairperson and dignitaries of the ruling MPP party, the district chief executive for Damango, the vice president of the Savannah Regional House of Chiefs, Butewura, and the other distinguished traditional rulers and members of the House of the Regional House of Chiefs.
Fellow Ghanaians, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to be back here again in Damango and in the Savannah region. As you are all aware, every year I've made it my practice to leave the confines of my office in Jubilee House to visit each of the 16 regions of the country, because I want to see for myself the developments that are taking place in the various regions. Receiving reports about what is going on and seeing for yourself what is going on are not the same thing. And that is why year after year I come to see for myself what is going on. It also allows me the opportunity to listen to what the chiefs and people have to say about their concerns, and therefore what I, as head of government, need to do to address those concerns. One thing that stands out for me is that since the creation of Savannah region, this region has been relatively peaceful. And I want to thank the chiefs and the security agencies for working together to ensure that. Because of his concern for the peace of this region, the Agyapong set up a small committee of eminent chiefs to deal with chieftaincy-related conflicts in the region. This committee was led by my good friend and senior, the Bupe, and virtually all the chieftaincy problems in the Savannah region have now been resolved as a result of his leadership. We want to thank him for this show of leadership. And it shows that the Savannah region is ready for development. And that is why the infrastructure and other initiatives that government is taking on here in Savannah is now finding fertile ground. We have seen the asphalting of the town roads of Damango. It's never been done before, but it has been done now. And Damango is at peace, and the region is at peace. Salaga and Daboya roads are also in the process of being done. And it is our intention, and you heard it from the roads minister, to make sure that the entire region's road infrastructure is fully developed. I'm happy also to be able to say that before the end of this year, the Damango water project will have begun. Bywater Company, which has been awarded the contract, is in the process of completing the processes in England that would enable it to start work by the end of this year. So that the cutting of the soil that took place in 2019, finally in 2022, we will see the beginning of the construction of the waterworks that will resolve the problems of Damango. Minister for Local Government also indicated that this West Gonja municipality is going to be a beneficiary of the World Bank supported program for the secondary city project. It is going to add additional development and infrastructure to this area. One of the major problems our country has been the issue of waste collection and waste disposal. It's been a perennial problem for our country. But fortunately for me, in my time, I came across a man who was prepared to partner with government to deal with the question of waste disposal in our country. And it has been one of the highlights of my government, the partnership that the government has made with the Agyapong group of companies, headed by its executive chairman, Agyapong. We have in each region of the country, as he indicated, established waste collection facilities and reconversion. And that is what has brought us here today, to commission the one of Damango that I cut the soil for in October 2020. 2 years later, in August 2022, we're now ready to begin work. And we want to thank the Agyapong group of companies, and especially this outstanding private entrepreneur, this businessman, Joseph Siao Agyapong, for his contribution to the development of our country. And I've said it before, and I'll repeat it. Any serious businessman that has a program for development in his sector and is seeking the partnership and assistance of government, this government, Nana Addo Dankwa's government, will give him that support and partnership for us to develop our country together. In the height of the COVID catastrophe, one fact became obvious to me, which really frightened me, was the fact that of the 260 districts in our country, nearly 100 of them did not have district hospitals, which meant that anytime we have a mass epidemic in Ghana, virtually half the population will be threatened without access to direct health services. And that is the origin of Agenda 111, whereby every district in Ghana that does not have a district hospital will now have a district hospital by the end of my period as president of this country. Tomorrow, I'll be going to Daboya to see the state of development of Agenda 111 District Hospital in Daboya. So in every district which doesn't have one, will now have one. Because we want now to strengthen our healthcare delivery system so that in future, if, God forbid, another mass epidemic breaks out, we will be better strengthened and empowered to deal with it. I'm very, very happy to have come here today and to have received this, what I can only describe as a tumultuous welcome by the people of Damango and by their chiefs. It's a memory that will long live with me, and I want to thank the people of Damango very much. And also to thank you for these very hard-working young men that you have given to me to work with me in my government. The regional minister, the deputy minister for health, I'm not quite sure fits the category of young men, but we will use the young man to describe him as well. And then, of course, the son of the Bupura, this extraordinary young man you have given to me to help me in my work. Abu, your son, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. I want that God continues to bless the people of Gonja land, the people of the Savannah region, and the people and the chiefs of Damango and the surrounding areas. May the good Lord bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for that powerful speech. All right, all too soon we've come to the end of the program, and the closing prayer is next, and that will be said by the Tamale area head of the Church of Pentecost, Apostle Sylvester Ahin.
Shall we be on our feet as we pray? Please, shall we be on our feet as we pray? O Lord, our God, you are the possessor of all things. You alone created the universe. We are your handiwork, O Lord. We give reverence, we give thanks to your name. Father, as we bring the curtains down for this meeting on the recycling composition plant, we want to give thanks to you once again. We thank you for the life of our dear President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and his government.
All right, so you've been watching the live coverage of the commissioning of the integrated recycling and compost plant in Damango. President Akufo-Addo addressed the gathering a while ago. He will be moving into the facility now to formally commission the facility. You also heard from the Chief Executive Officer of the Agyapong Group of Company, Mr. Agyapong, who gave details about the facility. And we understand this new project will create some 500 jobs, for direct jobs, I should say, for people in the area, meaning that there will be many indirect jobs. But the good thing is that 500 young men and women will benefit from this compost plant project in Damango. Just to take you through a few of the president's key points in his presentation. The president mentioned the asphalting of inner city roads and said government was committed to upgrade the roads infrastructure in the Savannah region. He also announced the commencement of works on the Damango water project by the end of this year. President Akufo-Addo also stated that West Gonja district will be a beneficiary of the World Bank's secondary cities project. So these are key areas that the president referred to in his address a while ago at the commissioning, or the ceremony to commission the integrated recycling and compost plant in Damango. The president and his delegation, together with the town folks and the traditional leaders, will now be moving into the facility shortly to commission the facility. We'll take you through a tour. We'll take you into the facility on a tour for you to also have a feel of the mood in Damango, as the people there are really excited and happy about the commissioning of this new facility. You're watching our special coverage of the President's Regional Tours, a production by the Ministry of Information, and also being watched live on a number of TV stations across the country. You're watching us live on GTV, we're on Metro TV, we're on City TV, we are on Wontumi TV, Movement TV, Adom TV, Netu TV, Wezo TV, and of course on Asasi Radio. Let's cross over now to Wilberforce Asari, who is already in the facility. So Wilberforce, you have already seen the facility, you have a feel of it. Describe to us how special this facility is, even before the president and his team enters.
To where I am, and I see a knob over here that President Akufo-Addo is going to switch. Once he this knob, it will kickstart the entire factory process. I can see that the equipment are all set, and as soon as President presses the of a and recycle, I believe that. And so Akufo-Addo is commissioning all set an active demonstration of the processes that this facility is going to go through to product. The way carpet laid here, Vice President comes with feel President Akufo-Addo in his address this afternoon here at the Damango plant celebrated the peace that this Damango for that, because of this there were a lot of of the region.
On your screen,
there is
the live pictures from the integrated recycling and compost plant, the new facility in the Damango, if you like, the capital of Savannah region, Damango, where President Akufo-Addo will soon be commissioning this project. So workers of the facility, as you can see, are standing by the facility and are ready to demonstrate how it works to the president and his team when they enter the facility after commissioning the facility, just to have a feel of how the whole facility or the whole project will work. We're told this new project is going to create some 500 direct jobs, as we heard from the Chief Executive Officer of the Agyapong Groups of Company, Mr. Agyapong, when he delivered his address. The president, who also spoke to the gathering generally about development in the Savannah region, said that there was the government, or his government, was going to be concentrating on more roads infrastructure. They were indeed committed in upgrading roads infrastructure. The president also announced the commencement of works on the Damango water project, as we heard from one of the DC, in fact the DCE or the MCE for the area. He mentioned in one of our interviews that water was a major problem in the area, as we heard from President Akufo-Addo. He says Damango, or the Savannah region, was going to benefit from the Damango water project by the end of this year. The president also said West Gonja district was going to be a beneficiary of the World Bank's Secondary Cities project. So as you can see on your screen, the president and his entourage are entering the facility right now. Yes, they are entering the Damango Integrated Recycling and Compost Plant, the actual facility right now, to take you on an inspection. The managers of the facility will take the president and his team on tour of the facility. So as you can see, or as you're watching on your screens, these are live pictures from Damango in the Savannah region. We are bringing you a special coverage of the president's regional tours. The president began his tour of the Savannah region this morning here, and here on the Ministry of Information special coverage, we are bringing you live updates. The president will conclude that tour, two-day tour tomorrow, and we will be bringing you more from that particular tour. As we speak now, the president has entered the facility. As you can see, an official of the facility is briefing the president on how the whole facility works. And as we move on, we're going to be seeing how the facility will work. There will be a demonstration. So the president himself is just about to press the knots, and we are told once he does that, or he's cutting the tape actually, oh, here we go. The president has cut the tape, I should say, and that means that the facility has formally been commissioned by the president. So he's going to go on the inspection of the facility, and then we're told he's going to press a knot, and that will signal the demonstration for everybody to see. So the president, in your shot there, giving a handshake to Mr. Agyapong, the CEO of the Agyapong Groups of Company. Also in your shot, you're seeing the Minister for Natural Resources, Samuel Agyapong, is also the Member of Parliament for Damango, and that demonstration we saw on your in the shots there has just finished. What it means is that the commissioning has been done, and this facility is now formally opened or formally given the green light to start work. What we are told is that 500 direct jobs are going to be created from this facility in Damongo in the Savannah region. We can now bring back our man Wilberforce Asari, who will take us through what has been going on behind the scenes. Wilberforce Asari joins us now. So we just witnessed the president pressing the button, signaling that the plant has been commissioned. What other interesting things are you picking that we should know?
Well, so from where I'm standing, I can actually see that the equipment is actually working now. And so in your shot right now, in one of the cameras we are working with, you can see one of the equipment that is revolving, as it were, processing the solid waste into various products. And so indeed this facility is not just being commissioned, but it is effectively working. And I can see that right there in your shot, that the system is working and making sure that it processes solid waste. And so the facility has indeed been commissioned. President Akufo-Addo has completed the process, and I can see President Akufo-Addo being walked into his vehicle. And so President Akufo-Addo is just being walked into his vehicle so that he can depart this place. We just see the visuals there. President Akufo-Addo being accompanied by the chief of Damongo into his vehicle so he can depart here. So Kweku, I can tell you that the process of commissioning this facility, which is supposed to process some 400 tons of solid waste on daily basis, has been completed. And President Akufo-Addo will subsequently move from here and engage in other activities as part of his tour of the Savannah region. So the process has been completed. I will quickly do an exit interview with the managing director, Michael. Yes, so Michael, so now the commissioning is done. You must be a happy man.
Yes, certainly. You know, the 2 years when the sword was cut, it was a Herculean task to get it done. We had to work around the clock to get to the promise that we promised the president that in 2 years, within 2 years, we should get. And as we speak, out of the 16, about 9 of them are at this stage, have the plants readily installed, and we are just completing it. When the president gets to those areas, it will be commissioned as well.
So the rest of the 11 or so that are there to be completed, what are the timelines you are working with to ensure that all 16 regions come on board on the same page?
No, I said out of the 16, you have about 9 at this stage. So we are left with about 7. The 7, this one is completed. The other lines are 600 metric tons a day. They are bigger. Those ones are going to places like Accra East area. And then
all right, so was Wilberforce Asari speaking to the managing director of the facility, which has just been commissioned by President Akufo-Addo. Well, that will be it for our coverage of the president's regional tours for today, specifically in the Savannah regions. But don't forget, we're back tomorrow as the president will wrap up his tour of that region tomorrow. We'll bring you live updates right here on this channel, a production by the Ministry of Information, also on your favorite TV and radio stations. My name is Kweku Obenje. On behalf of myself and the production team, thank you so much for joining us. From those who joined us from Damongo and here in Accra, we say thank you for watching and goodbye.